Welcome, everyone, to week 6 of the 2018 KHSAA football season. Tonight's game will feature the 4-1 Lexington Catholic Knights and the 4-0 DeSales Colts. Hello, everybody. Tim Bryan with you once again. On color again tonight will be Coach Terry Barney. Lexington Catholic Knights, like I said, they're 4-1. Lexington Catholic High School was founded in 1951 and has an enrollment of about 800 students. The Knights have been the part of several lopsided victories so far this year. They bested Madison Central 51-12. They bested Ryle 50-34. They beat Lafayette 33-7, and they beat Lexington Christian 54-13. Last week they faced Fort Thomas Highlands and lost that one 44-27. Lexington Catholic is led by first-year head coach Nigel Smith. Coach Smith has been an assistant coach with the program since 2003. Smith played his high school ball at Bryan Station and his college ball for the University of Kentucky Wildcats. For the DeSales DeSales Colts, DeSales was founded in 1956. DeSales High School is an all-male college preparatory Catholic school and has an enrollment of about 320 students. The Colts came out running so far this season and currently sit at 4-0. Started off the season with a game against in-town rival St. Xavier Tigers, came away with a 19-6 victory. The following week, after a bye week actually, they played Butler and won 35-34. Holy Cross was the next team they faced. They won that game 28-3. And then last week on the road at Fern Creek, they bested the Tigers by a score of 40-14. The Colts are led by head coach Harold Davis. Coach Davis took over the program in 2012. In 6 seasons, has compiled a record of 74-14 and has led the Colts to 2 2A state championships, back-to-back state championships actually, in 2013 and 2014. Now, these two teams did face each other last season on the road at Lexington Catholic, and the Colts came away with a victory 38-26. I'd like to take a quick moment and thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, O'Shea's Public House, Hoops, and Klein Aluminum. And we'll be right back, and we'll be talking with Terry Barney, have a pregame conversation, and Terry's tips for success for the DeSales Colts. This is DeSales Colts football on the Live Sportscaster Broadcaster Network.
DeSales High School welcomes all 7th and 8th grade students to spend a full day shadowing at DeSales. Sit in on classes, meet faculty and staff, tour the school building and stadium, and experience a true day in the life of a DeSales student. Sign up at DeSalesHighSchool.com or call 368-6519. Go Colts.
Faith, brotherhood, tradition. These are the pillars of the DeSales experience. DeSales High School is an all-male college preparatory Catholic school committed to the total development of its students. DeSales provides challenging, engaging studies and a personalized learning environment, giving special attention to the academic and social needs of each individual student. DeSales strives to be the best by providing a comprehensive learning experience both inside and outside the classroom. For more information, contact us online at www.DeSalesHighSchool.com.
Located at 6733 Strawberry Lane in Louisville South End, Hoops, a fun neighborhood sports and grill establishment. Great wings, salads, and you just got to try the full court burger and fries. Hoops, come for the fun of it.
Looking for a place to unwind with friends and family, to share good times, good food, and a great atmosphere? Look no further. For 4 generations, O'Shea's is focused on providing cheer to all they serve. With 3 locations in Kentuckyana, O'Shea's Highlands at 956 Baxter Avenue, Patrick O'Shea's downtown, 123 West Main Street, and H.M. Frank's Jeffersonville, 355 Spring Street. Good times, good food, great atmosphere, O'Shea's.
Are you looking for new windows, doors, and siding? Then call Klein Aluminum. Since 1996, Klein Aluminum Building Products have been providing you top quality windows, siding, doors, awnings, and much more for your home or commercial property. With 23 years of experience, the professional staff can help you pick the right materials to match your needs and your budget from a variety of colors and styles. Contact Klein Aluminum 502-776-8122.
All right, everyone, welcome back to a wet and rainy Paul B. Cox Stadium here at DeSales High School for tonight's game between the Colts and the Knights from Lexington Catholic. It's now time to welcome in my partner for tonight, Terry Barney. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, Tim. Thank you for having me back again.
All right, well, our halftime guest is going to be the principal here at DeSales High School, and I got an email from Don. Is it Anastasia? Anastasia. He left an A off.
Right.
Okay, Anastasia Quirk, and she'll be joining us at halftime. She has some topics that she would like to cover with us. Now it's time for Terry's Keys to the Game, and normally I show you these before we go on the air, but I didn't have a chance to do that. The Knights quarterback, Bo Allen, he really likes to air it out. He's got several very talented targets. How can the Colts combat the Knights' air attack?
First thing we need to do is just sort of, if there's a possibility, to limit their long passes, if you will. They're going to throw short. They're going to try to do the bubble passes. They're going to get the ball out to the outside, hope that the receiver breaks a tackle or makes somebody miss so that they can get some yards on that. And they're going to move the ball by passing it, whether it's a 3-yard pass and hope he gets 3 more, or set us up eventually. They'll be watching our defensive backs, so they're going to be shooting for the long ball from time to time because their quarterback can throw the ball. Mm-hmm. As far as running the ball, they can run the ball. That's not going to be their forte. Mm-hmm. So defensively, we got to do the best we can to limit their deep catches and be Johnny on the spot when they do catch the ball at a 4 or 5 yards catch.
Okay. All right, and with a team as talented as Lexington Catholic, it's one of the things that we hit on the last time that we were here when we played St. Xavier. This team is going to score, and you can't give them extra possession. So taking care of the ball on a night when it's rainy and wet is going to be paramount for the Colts' success.
Correct. When we have the ball, I figured we're going to do exactly what we've done all year long. We're going to play the ground game. We're going to take some time off the clock. We're going to march it down the best we can, try to beat them on the line of scrimmage. Let Antion do his thing. Let Darren Hollenkamp get his carries. And then, as Coach Croggins always does, he looks for opportunities to pass. He's a passer and coach for opportunity, if you will. If it's there, he's going to be able to help set up the defense so that the offense can, in fact, pass the ball against them in a timely fashion. And obviously, every year or every game, hang on to the ball, hang on to the ball.
Okay. And 5 games into the season, my next question for you is, are the Colts healthy as far as you know?
This is I mentioned this last week. I was talking to someone, knock on wood. There's nobody walking down the hallways on crutches. There's a young freshman that's on crutches, but all of our guys are right at 90 to 100% ready to go. So that always helps out. Everybody has, bumps and bruises and little aches and pains, but no, everybody's back. Everybody's healthy for this game. Young Carlos Ordway, senior that came out late. He's going to help us. He's a new addition. He could be a wide receiver. He could be an additional running back. The more running backs you have in order to play this high school game, the better you are.
Okay. Just a couple programming notes. The Colts are going to be on the road next week. They're going to play North Hardin, and then they'll be back here on October the 5th. Circle this one on your calendars, folks. This is going to be a really good game. The exciting Milton Wright and the Centurions from Christian Academy will be here at Paul B. Cox Stadium. That's October the 5th. Again, it'll be a 7:30 start and a 7:05 start time, or 7:30 kickoff and a 7:05 start time for us. Then on October the 12th, we'll be hosting Washington County. And then the final game of the season will be back here at DeSales High School, and we'll be facing the Trojans from Southern High School. All right, Terry, that's going to take us to our next break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on in and around DeSales High School. This is Tim Bryan and Terry Barney with you on the Live Sportscaster Network.
Located at 6733 Strawberry Lane in Louisville South End, Hoops, a fun neighborhood sports and grill establishment. Great wings, salads, and you just got to try the full court burger and fries. Hoops, come for the fun of it.
Looking for a place to unwind with friends and family, to share good times, good food, and a great atmosphere? Look no further. For 4 generations, O'Shea's is focused on providing cheer to all they serve. With 3 locations in Kentuckyana, O'Shea's Highlands at 956 Baxter Avenue, Patrick O'Shea's downtown, 123 West Main Street, and H.M. Frank's Jeffersonville, 355 Spring Street. Good times, good food, great atmosphere, O'Shea's.
Are you looking for new windows, doors, and siding? Then call Klein Aluminum. Since 1996, Klein Aluminum Building Products have been providing you top quality windows, siding, doors, awnings, and much more for your home or commercial property. With 23 years of experience, their professional staff can help you pick the right materials to match your needs and your budget from a variety of colors and styles. Contact Klein Aluminum 502-776-8122.
All right, welcome back to Paul B. Cox Stadium here on the campus of DeSales High School. Terry's doing a little bookkeeping work over here, taking down some notes. So while I have a moment, I'm going to talk about some of the games that are happening in and around town. Tonight, the Tigers from Fern Creek, they are at Atherton. Male High School is playing Butler on the road. Seneca is at Manual. Ballard is playing Eastern. Iroquois is playing Fairdale. Providence, Indiana is at Holy Cross. Eminence is at Shawnee. Doss is at Southern, and then a couple games that you can see here on the Live Sportscaster Network. PRP at St. X and South Oldham at Oldham County. Both of those games are on the Live Sportscaster Network. And then J-Town will be at Trinity, and it's not often you say this. Trinity still looking for the first win of the season. So J-Town is probably going to have a tough time over on Shelbyville Road with the Shamrocks.
They'll be looking for their first win.
All right, Terry, what's going on over around here at DeSales?
Well, this past week, of course, tonight is our homecoming game. So this is homecoming week for all you DeSales grads. You kind of got an idea of what homecoming week can be all about, minus throwing the toilet paper up on the trees. That's kind of made its way to the side. But every day we've had a different theme. We've had, for you guys that have been out there before, Hawaii Day, Patriots Day, so you wear your USA. And Wednesday of this week we had Colt Fest. For some people that's known as Field Day. So we have 9 houses. So we all competed against from games from kickball to dodgeball in a cage to badminton to flag football, basketball, cornhole. So it's a great day because we all compete and everybody wants to win, and the house that gets the most points usually wins for the particular year. We got a trophy that's presented. They had an obstacle course out here. So Colt Fest was great. And then obviously yesterday and today was just more enthusiasm about getting ready for the homecoming.
All right. I see we're Coach Rayburn's soccer team. They are 5-5-1. They're currently playing over at Male High School in the Male Bulldog Cup. They have a match tomorrow. The time had not yet been announced, and their opponent had not yet been announced.
Right.
I think it's a round robin or something they're playing in over there.
So. And they're been competing very well. They've one of their better ball players or soccer players is Matthew Dick, and he I'm just going to estimate last year anywhere from 10 to 15 goals. I mean, this kid can play. He's a junior, tore his knee up, so we've been struggling because he was such an efficient scorer. But we've been hanging in there. We can play with anybody, and we'll show up every game.
Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, Coach Rayburn is the soccer coach at Spalding University, isn't he?
That is correct.
For the men's soccer team?
That is correct. Men's and women's, or maybe just one of the two. I'm not quite sure. But, yes, he's brought, obviously, his talent and his expertise to our soccer program. There's a lot of kids playing soccer here.
Yeah. The last thing I wanted to touch on before we take our final break, before we get started, is it's never too early to start talking about the placement test and getting ready for the placement test. That's going to be Saturday, December 2nd at 8 a.m. You have any more details about that?
Well, it starts at the same time every year for all the high schools. The students come in. Typically, like I've mentioned before, this is the school that they believe they want to go to on December the 8th. If it was, you're talking about 8th grade students, so they could change their mind at any given time. But it gives us an idea of how many students, 8th grade boys out there that are interested in DeSales. They come, they take the test. It's a standardized test. And once they've taken that test, it gives us an idea of how many students want to come to DeSales. Many times students might transfer their scores to DeSales and vice versa. But it gives us an idea, again, how many students we're going to possibly enroll for the next year. What is this now, 19, 20
Yeah.
years here. Years are going by.
All right, we're about 8 minutes and around 10 seconds away from the start of this game. We're going to take our last break, and we'll be right back. This is Tim Brown and Terry Barney with you on the Live Sportscaster Network.
These are the pillars of the DeSales experience. DeSales High School is an all-male, college preparatory Catholic school committed to the total development of its students. DeSales provides challenging, engaging studies and a personalized learning environment, giving special attention to the academic and social needs of each individual student. DeSales strives to be the best by providing a comprehensive learning experience both inside and outside the classroom. For more information, contact us online at www.desaleshighschool.com.
Come be a coach for a day. There's no better way to experience what DeSales is all about. Shadow and see how DeSales offers the most personal, individually focused high school experience that so many students prefer.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocky that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Located at 6733 Strawberry Lane in Louisville South End, Hoops, a fun neighborhood sports and grill establishment. Great wings, salads, and you just got to try the full court burger and fries. Hoops, come for the fun of it.
Looking for a place to unwind with friends and family, to share good times, good food, and a great atmosphere? Look no further. For 4 generations, O'Shea's is focused on providing cheer to all they serve. With 3 locations in Kentuckiana, O'Shea's Highlands at 956 Baxter Avenue, Patrick O'Shea's downtown, 123 West Main Street, and H.M. Frank's Jeffersonville, 355 Spring Street. Good times, good food, great atmosphere. O'Shea's. Are you looking for new windows, doors, and siding? Then call Klein Aluminum. Since 1996, Klein Aluminum Building Products have been providing you top quality windows, siding, doors, awnings, and much more for your home or commercial property. With 23 years of experience, the professional staff can help you pick the right materials to match your needs and your budget from a variety of colors and styles. Contact Klein Aluminum 502-776-8122. Welcome back to Paul B. Cox Stadium. Just a little over 2 minutes away from kickoff. The captains are meeting at midfield. It looks like for the Colts, it's Sean Kaufman, Savion Stivers, Joe Olson, and Cameron Perry. And for the Knights, it's Brennan Emnett, Bo Allen, Justin Tackett, and Mark Rumpke. All right, Terry, as far as an outlook for tonight's game, I'm really expecting an up-tempo game. I think the team from Lexington Catholic, like you said in the pregame, they're going to air the ball out a little bit. DeSales will be a little bit more deliberate, but they'll, when they can, they'll take those opportunities downfield.
Correct. Like we mentioned earlier, obviously Lexington Catholic is going to throw the ball, and they're going to start with the underneath pass. Now, I could be wrong. They could open up the game and try to throw it deep on the very first play. But we need to control. We need to get pressure on their quarterback if that's possible. And when we got the ball on offense, we need to be able to march it down, chew up some time on the clock.
Okay, so what was that? Who won the toss? Okay. The Colts won the toss, and they want the ball first. They've elected to receive. So we will start this ball game off here shortly. Well, they stopped the clock, but we should be pretty close to starting this thing off. And it looks like the rain has subsided for the moment. It's about 78 degrees. It rained a little bit earlier. I live in J-Town on my ride over, actually J-Town, Fern Creek, right on the outskirts of both. And on my way over, I hit rain 2 or 3 times, and it didn't rain up till about 30 minutes ago, and it rained fairly hard probably for 20 minutes, and then it's tailed off.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got a little bit here earlier. Nothing big that's going to affect the game, of course. We got a nice turf field out there, so we don't need any mudders out there for tonight's ball game. We just need to grind the ball down, occupy the clock, try to keep their quarterback off the field, because Lexington Catholic's going to do their best to score as quick as they can every time they get the ball.
Okay, what do you think about the decision for the Colts to receive right off the bat?
I think it's great on Coach Davis's part. Let's get the ball. Let's start chopping up away with that clock. Let's make sure we get a ground game. Lexington Catholic, their defense, they're not – I mean, they've played some nice teams. They've obviously scored a lot of points. Of course, against Highlands, they didn't score quite as many. And Highlands had an opportunity to score, I forgot what it was, 40 or 50 points against them. So we're hoping that our offensive line will be able to dominate, open up some holes so that Antion and Darren Hollenkamp, all these guys that are running the ball, Joe Olson from time to time, that we can chew up some clock. We don't want their quarterback throwing the ball out there very many times.
All right, kicking off for Lexington Catholic is Trey Woody, and deep back is our deep back for DeSales is Antion Johnson and Savion Stivers.
Here we go.
All right. Well, we got some difficulties going on here at DeSales. The scoreboard now it's back on. Maybe they're just resetting everything.
They were just faking people out. I guess the first year we were here.
All right. The ball's in the air, and it's going to find its way into the end zone. The DeSales Colts are going to take over first down on their own 20-yard line.
I'm surprised he let it go over his head. I'm surprised they were so close up on the kickoff. Maybe they've watched something on films that led them to believe that he wasn't going to kick it any further than the 15 or 20. Obviously, he got it all the way back to about the 7. It popped over our head and went in the end zone, so we still get to start on the 20.
All right, a receiver far side and near side, 2 in the backfield with Fott from the shotgun. It's a handoff to Antion Johnson around the right side.
A quick trap play. We ran the trap, blocked down on the left, trap to the right. Nice hole for Antion to get up inside.
Gain of about 7, does that look like?
Almost 8. So I was right on that particular call. I got a lot of conversation about how many times I missed it against the St. X game.
All right, spread offense. This is to Hollenkamp. Hollenkamp makes his way across the 35, comes down about the 37-yard line, and that's going to be a Colt first down.
Just a simple sweep play on the left side. We were unbalanced on the left. People blocking down. Nice hole. Hollenkamp gets up in there.
Well, me tracking the drive charts lasting all of 2 plays, so.
Well, we got neighbors right next door here. They'll tell us how much we need to know.
All right, from the shotgun again, 2 to the near side. 2 backs next to Fott, gives it to Antion, and he makes his way almost to the 40-yard line.
That was just a simple handoff. Antion over the right side, straight on blocking. There wasn't any trapping going on. It was just turn them out, let Antion get up there. The running back got up into the hole. A lead block got up on the linebacker. It looks as though Lexington Catholic, they started out in the 3-4. Now they got a middle linebacker that's a little odd.
Trips to the near side. I didn't see who the carrier was. 26. That is, I don't have a 26 on my.
That is Carlos. That's Carlos Ordway.
Okay. 26, Carlos Ordway.
Mm-hmm. He's a senior. He was the one that I mentioned earlier. Didn't come out until late in the season. He's one of the, let's just say, one of the stable running backs that we have in the backfield. A great team leader. As soon as he came back, the team was just perked up that much more. They can use Carlos as a wide receiver as well. He's got very good hands, very good speed. Unfortunately, sometimes on your first run, it just seems like you always get tackled early. If you're a running back that comes in off the bench, you get stopped at the line of scrimmage. So I say Carlos needs about 4 or 5 more in a row. And then he'll get himself loosened up.
Well, down and distance has vanished from the scoreboard, so they're trying to get that figured out. Looks like it's about 3rd and 7 from close to the 39-yard line.
In this part of the game, it's not advantageous to either team. It's probably more frustrating that you got started, you got yourself about 4 plays in here, and now you've got to stop, regroup for a moment.
There we go. Now it's back on. 3rd and 7 from the 39. Two receivers to the far side, one to the near side, one back next to Fott. In motion is Antion. Dropping back to throw is Fott. Looking has Johnson. Oh, wide open at the 45-yard line, just through his hands.
Well, again, that was an opportunity that Coach saw, that it was a perfect opportunity for a pass. The pass was in his hands. Perhaps Antion was thinking about running before he caught it, but absolutely right at his numbers.
All right, Nathan Schnurr and Dylan Bracken back deep for the Knights. Fott punting, and it's a wobbly spiral kick fielded at about the 29-yard line. It looks like there's a flag.
Typically, you see that many flags that quickly. There's a block in the back or clipping or holding against the receiving team, so that obviously would be an advantage for DeSales. Once again, good play calling on DeSales' offense. Ran, got one stop, and then nice pass. Unfortunately, Antion didn't bring it in.
So you were spot on as far as your run and pass mix goes.
I got lucky there.
All right, our first opportunity to see the Knights quarterback, Bo Allen. Thanks for joining us tonight. Tim, Brian, Terry, Barney with you on the Live Sportscaster Network. Running play right up the middle.
That's Dimitri on the tackle. Yeah. Apparently Catholic wants to see if they can establish a running game, or this could just be a pseudo run game, if you will. They're going to show a little run. For a guy that averages over 300 yards a game passing, this run game is not going to last long.
Two receivers to the near side, one up top. Another running play. That's Ryan Nichols, the junior, on the carry.
And another flag. That came from the backfield, Judge. It's a little frustrating when an offensive lineman holds on just a straight dive play.
That's going to be holding on Lexington Catholic. That's going to move them back.
It was just a straight handoff, nothing more than through the A gap. Got some decent yardage. Unfortunately, the referee in the white hat saw some holding on the line of scrimmage.
Second down and a long way to go for Lexington Catholic. Three receivers to the near side, one up top. A man in the backfield with Allen from the shotgun. Trying to draw the Colts offside. They're not biting. Another, nope, he keeps it. Allen faked to Keith Brinkman, but decided to keep it himself. Scrambles ahead to about right across the 20-yard line. That's going to make it about 3rd and 15 for the Knights.
Well, defensively, if they continue to run the ball, we're in pretty good shape. Obviously, it's 3rd and, what's it say, 14?
Mm-hmm. 3rd and 15.
I'm going to go on a limb for a pass this time.
Definitely not 4-down territory. From the shotgun, has one man open around the 40-yard line and another man open downfield at the 45-yard line. Allen airs it out, and that's exactly what you said, Terry. They're going to look for their opportunities to throw downfield, and that was a well-executed play.
Right, 40-yard pass from the quarterback. That was a nice pass. We had two safeties back. He split both of them.
Trips to the top, two receivers to the bottom. Allen with a quick out pass to Nathan Schnurr, and he's going to be brought down by Cameron Perry for DeSales.
A quick out route.
2nd and 2, or 2nd and 1 for Lexington Catholic. 7 minutes remaining in this first quarter. He's looking, having to scramble. Had a man come loose, a safety valve across to, the 25-yard line. That's Jackson Corbett for Lexington Catholic.
We had decent coverage early. That was a quarterback making a move to his right. He made a little move. We had enough people covered, and I'm not sure if it knew it was his second or third option, but he certainly bought himself some time.
2 receivers to each side. It's a little flea flicker, and DeSales sniffed it out. They threw back to Luke Powell, and he was looking downfield for a receiver, but he was quickly covered up by the Colt defense.
Right. A little early for that kind of trickery, in my opinion. They've been moving the ball down successfully after I was on that long pass. He completes another pass for 7 yards. Then they decide to do some kind of halfback toss and again, the receiver was covered. DeSales stayed disciplined, came up and made the play.
Now 25 up the middle. Ryan Nichols met immediately. He's trying to say by DeSales defender.
That was Derek Hollenkamp, sophomore. Came up. DeSales had the right defense. They must have known this is the particular formation that Lexington Catholic was in, because Derek came right up to the line of scrimmage. He was sitting there waiting for the running back. Loss of another few yards.
3rd and 17, 5:35 remaining in the first quarter. DeSales defense needs to stiffen here. Allen's looking, plenty of time, has 2 receivers crossing, and it just went through the hands of Nathan Schnurr, had it on his fingertips, but could not corral it. And there is a flag on the play.
A nice pinpoint pass again. Hit him right in the hands. It'd have been a heck of a catch for any receiver.
Block in the back against Lexington Catholic.
I think it's a smart move on coach. It's a 10-yard penalty. It goes from, 3rd and 17 to, oops, now they're going in the wrong direction for us.
What was that? They declined the penalty.
Oh, okay, so it's going to make it 4th and, okay. So the Colts declined the penalty. It's going to make it 4th and 17 from the 32.
Rather than
2
give
receivers
them 2
to each side.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tony.
No, I was just going to say.
Oh, they're going to pooch kick it, and it's going to make its way into the end zone.
My thought was rather than give them 2 downs, they were only going to give them 1 more down to get 17 yards instead of 27 yards, but it all worked out.
All right, each team's had the ball once. I think Lexington Catholic had a little better success moving the ball with that one pass that covered close to 40 yards, didn't it?
Yes, it did. That was right. We did what we had to do, march the ball down somewhat, drop a pass that would have kept us alive. However, we did what we needed to do. They ran the ball more often this series than I thought they would, but when he threw the ball, he didn't miss a receiver. They may have dropped a pass.
That ball gets out of his hand quick too. All right, 1 receiver top, 1 receiver bottom, 2 running backs in the backfield with Fott. Fott hands it off to Antion Johnson, and he breaks through. He's hit, carries a tackler about 5 yards, and he's going to get to about the
21-yard run.
Going to get to about the 41-yard or 40-yard line. So a 20-yard run.
Simple handoff. Our offensive line pushed them away. It wasn't a trap. It was just straight up. Let's take the ball, give it to Antion, see what our lineman can do for him.
Great play on 1st down. All right, from the shotgun once again, receiver to each side, top and bottom, hands it off to Antion Johnson again, trying to hit the edge. He does. Gets to the 45 to the 46-yard line.
They pulled an onside guard on that particular play. give Antion a lead blocker out there. Nice run, another 8 yards. Give or take a yard.
All right, 2nd and 3 from the DeSales 47. Fought under center, 2 receivers to the near side. And that's a handoff to Hollenkamp. Boy, he hits the hole in a hurry across the 50 to the 50, to the 45. Probably come to rest right around the 44.
They had a slot back lined up, which actually it was a tight end who lined up behind the second tight end. Blocked down, pulled the guard. Nice running, nice play calling. I think offensively, I know it's early, but we've controlled the line of scrimmage both times we've had the ball.
.335 remaining in the first quarter from the shotgun. A receiver top and bottom. All right, and there's a timeout for the Colts.
Coaches must have looked out there and saw something they didn't like, had the wrong formation or had the wrong personnel. So they immediately called a timeout, regroup.
All right, once again at halftime, Anastasia Quirk, the principal of DeSales High School, will spend some time with Terry and myself to talk about what's going on at DeSales. Quickly going across the schedule here. Now let's see. Fern Creek at Atherton, Mel is at Butler, Seneca is at Manual, Ballard's at Eastern, Iroquois at Fairdale. Holy Cross is actually playing Providence, Indiana tonight. That game's at Holy Cross. Eminence is at Shawnee, Doss at Southern. PRP is at St. X, a game you can see on Live Sportscaster. South Oldham is at Oldham County, also a game you can see on the Live Sportscaster Network. And the Trinity Shamrocks are hosting J-Town tonight. So those are the games around town. All right, so what do you think we're going to do out of the timeout here, Terry?
Well, it looked as though we were getting ready to set up for just another basic run play. We got 2 backs in the backfield and an I formation. He's taking the snap from under. I say keep doing what we're doing.
2 receivers to the near side, 1
Run
up
straight
top.
at him.
And Antion Johnson is the carrier, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be no gain.
No doubt Catholic knew what we were getting ready to do because they had they had both linebackers sitting up in the A gap. They had their third linebacker, which plays in an awkward position on what you would call a 3-4 defense. He's right in the middle. Could be a strong safety in some defenses, and now he's just their middle linebacker. If you notice he's right behind the center. The nose guard.
Trips to the far side. Fott drops back, looking, has a man right across the middle wide open. That's Jaden Scroggins.
Very good. Plenty of time to throw the ball. Jaden just ran a nice post route, kind of a delayed post route.
All right, and he was tackled by number 23, Henry Holthouse for the Knights.
That's a very nice read. Aaron had as much time as he needed. Again, Coach Scroggins decided, we got to throw the ball from time to time. Set him up pretty well for that. We ran.
Do you know, does Aaron have the ability, or is he allowed to audible at the line, or is he pretty much carry out, or does he have options with each play?
Honestly, I do not know what his flexibility is as a quarterback.
Under center, it's a handoff to Hollenkamp. Across the 25-yard line, close to the 21. Flag on the play, and the scoreboard's gone again.
Yeah, typically there's not a whole lot of audibling going on once Aaron gets the call from Coach Scroggins. They line up and they run the play. That was another nice gain for us. Unfortunately, I didn't see who did the holding on that, but you start getting a drive like this in high school football or any, and then you have to come back 10 yards. It's a little frustrating, especially when you know you're playing a team the caliber of Catholic. And we've got the discipline. We'll come back.
All right, it's first down and a long way to go for the Colts from their from the Catholic 38-yard line. Fott has dropped back. He has a lot of time. He's found his man, Antion Johnson. He's met by number 42 for Catholic. He gets stood up, but he will not go down. That's Felipe Alumva for Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, Antion, he just lined up shallow on the left side there, just ran a little 5-7 yard route and turned it into right at 10 now.
Minute 27 remaining here in the first quarter. And, you know, you don't realize how big these guys are. They were coming out to the field as I was running down to get me a soda. And Dimitri Scott, he is one large young man.
Yeah, and fortunately for us, he's just a junior and very athletic.
2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. One receiver to the top, fakes to Hollenkamp. He's rolling, has his man. Oh, that is Hollenkamp. Fake the handoff to Hollenkamp. He continued his route. Nice catch for a nice little gain there, Terry.
Right. Darren, he just ran him man out of the backfield. Obviously, the linebackers on Catholic side of the ball weren't paying attention to him. They gave him the fake. He just continued just a little shallow pass, and he just took off for about 14 more yards.
1st and 10 from the 15. If I'm correct, this will be the 9th play of the drive that started back at the DeSales 20-yard line.
That was a good way to make up for the holding penalty to get it back in 2 plays.
Johnson in the backfield and Hollenkamp in the backfield. Under center is Fott. A real quick handoff to Darren Hollenkamp. Makes his way forward for a couple.
Just a little off tackle play. Tackle turned out. Guard pushed down. Made a nice little hole for him. Nothing fancy at all with that. We just beat him off the line of scrimmage.
All right, that's going to end the first quarter. We're going to switch ends, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. This is Tim Brown and Terry Barney with you on the Live Sportscaster Network.
Located at 6733 Strawberry Lane in Louisville South End, Hoops, a fun neighborhood sports and grill establishment. Great wings, salads, and you just got to try the full court burger and fries. Hoops, come for the fun of it.
Looking for a place to unwind with friends and family? To share good times, good food, and a great atmosphere? Look no further. For 4 generations, O'Shea's is focused on providing cheer to all they serve. With 3 locations in Kentuckyana, O'Shea's Highlands at 956 Baxter Avenue, Patrick O'Shea's downtown, 123 West Main Street, and H.M. Frank's Jeffersonville, 355 Spring Street. Good times, good food, great atmosphere. O'Shea's.
Are you looking for new windows, doors, and siding? Then call Klein Aluminum. Since 1996, Klein Aluminum building products have been providing you top quality windows, siding, doors, awnings, and much more for your home or commercial property. With 23 years of experience, their professional staff can help you pick the right materials to match your needs and your budget from a variety of colors and styles. Contact Klein Aluminum 502-776-8122.
All right, start of the second quarter. The Colts are charging. Handoff to Hollenkamp. He's looking to get around the corner. He does, and he carries it in for a touchdown. That'll be 6 for the Colts.
Just a onside guard pulls, kicks out on the what would be your outside linebacker, kicked him out, and Darren did the rest. Nice 80-yard drive by DeSales on that. Plus the -10. I'm going to say it was a 90-yard drive.
Blake Gibbons in to try the PAT for the Colts. And the extra point is good. Yep, extra point is good.
Well, we've done what we thought we were going to do, or what I thought we were going to do. We've kept the ball on the ground. We passed when we needed to. And knock on wood, I don't believe we drop a pass except for the one that hit Ante on in the first earlier, the first series. So Aaron's throwing the ball right where he needs to throw it, right to their hands. We're gaining, and we're just moving the ball down the field. Right now, our offensive line is controlling this game.
All right, it was an 11-yard drive that ended with an 11-play drive that ended with an 11-yard touchdown by Darren Hollenkamp. Colts take an early 7-0 lead here with 11:55 in the first. It is in the first half, but in the second quarter.
Now, depending on what Catholic's head coach wants to do, I got a feeling they may want to strike quick. Which means I don't anticipate them running the ball 5, 6, 7 times on this next series. I would look for them to throw the ball,
yeah,
and then throw it again.
Yeah, I think what's going on there, Greg, is that is an open network there, and I think it's just being used by all the students, so it's not controlling the scoreboard. Okay. Back deep, it looks like, is Nathan Schnurr for the Knights. And, they collide at about the 18-yard line. That's number 4, Dylan Bracken. And he's going to make his way across the 30 to about the 31-yard line.
Decent coverage by DeSales. Ball wasn't quite as high enough in order for such a short kick.
All right, well, if we learned anything from the first series, Bo Allen has one heck of an arm, and we're going to have to make sure that we're uptight on the receivers, it looks like.
Yeah, they'll come out short here.
3 to the top. And Allen did a pump fake, scurried across the line of scrimmage, may have picked up a yard.
Nice coverage by Darren Hollenkamp. Defensive back on that left side for the DeSales. It was going to be a pump and go. He just held the receiver up. All legal plays. Quarterback has to run. That's good. Good coverage by DeSales.
Trips to the top, one to the far side. Allen's looking again. Good surge by the DeSales defense. Ball is caught by Clay Callahan, and they're going to say that's. I guess they were playing after the whistle, maybe.
It could have been a face mask. He could have got his hand around his neck, something like that. I didn't see on the replay exactly what it was. DeSales had very good coverage. They sent the linebacker. They put pressure on Allen. He's a pretty nifty quarterback, so he waited and waited.
Do we have a replay on that?
It looked more like, and I like that call right there.
Do what? Okay, that's right.
They did pull up the flag.
All right, they picked up the flag.
Maybe the referee thought we tackled him too hard.
No, that's in the NFL. That's not high school. You can still wrestle people to the ground in high school.
I would have thought it was third. They ran.
It should be third down.
Third down?
Unless they called the do-over, which, well.
Okay, they just changed the stick.
Okay, so
nobody knows because the board went off. It's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 32. Almost had him. In and out of the hands of Luke Powell. Allen was scrambling for his life. The DeSales defense in pursuit threw a rocket to number 6, Luke Powell, went through his hands.
They just ran a fake trap left. Quarterback makes a nice roll. Dimitri Scott was up on him. Defensively, DeSales is getting after him. Again, Allen makes a nice pass. in and out of the hands, it would have been a very, very good catch. It would have been one of those college kind of catches.
Back to punt for the Knights is Brennan Anderson.
88-7 on the 35.
And deep is
And 23 on the tackle.
I believe that was Savion.
yeah,
That's
what I
Savion
thought.
Stivers.
Savion Stivers.
Yeah.
It's been a struggle with the scoreboard here tonight, folks.
40 on the
Looks like that clock I got at home. It blinks on and off from time to time.
Like twice a day.
Yeah.
I've always got the right time 2 times.
Right.
Nice defensive stand, real quickly. Nice defensive stand for DeSales on that.
18 is in the shotgun. 30.
First and 10 from the 40 for the Colts. It's a quick handoff to Antion Johnson right up the middle, met at the 50-yard line
23 on the tackle.
by Henry Holthouse.
LC, 46-yard line.
It looked like it was going to be a quick trap. Catholic had a nice defense set up there. Both their guards were in. Antion just was able to bounce it out on the right side, just outside between the guard and tackle. Runs himself about good 12 yards.
Gain of 12. The Colts have the ball first and 10 from their own 46. Again to Antion Johnson. And he's going to make his way to about the 38-yard line.
You know,
I'm
DeSales is
sorry. The 41-yard line.
DeSales is doing nothing but just pushing them off. They've sealing off runners. The running back's getting into the gap. And by the time he's 2 or 3 yards, he's up onto the linebacker.
Oh, man. Hook me up with HBO.
From the shotgun is Fott.
26 on the carry.
That's a quick handoff to, that is Carlos Orway.
And number 9, 5 on the tackle.
And he's brought down by Jackson Klein for Lexington Catholic.
3rd and 2.
That's going to make it 3rd and 2 from the 38-yard line. All right, Fott from the shotgun. 2 receivers, 1 top, 1 bottom. Fott's looking, has time, looking, has a man. Oh, that's Dimitri Scott. Catch and tackle at the 30-yard line. Tackled by Jackson Klein.
Dimitri just ran a nice little drag route, as they call it, and the linebacker picked him up late. Aaron had enough time, single him out. Nice pitch and catch on that one.
And the Colts moving the ball efficiently again, Terry.
And you see our players, we got obviously people going, Dimitri going both ways as tight end and a defensive end for us. It's nice to be young, have that kind of energy, be able to play both ways. They don't want to come off the field anyway.
Hollencap and Johnson in the backfield with Fott, a flag's thrown. You know, you see that every game, and
It's frustrating.
yeah.
A simple, pitch and catch. They got the first down. Get the next play called. I'm sure he did. There was some kind of issue with either discussion in the offensive huddle, or maybe that's where Aaron started his audible.
First and 15 from the 35, penalty, delay a game. This will be the 6th play of the drive.
18 kept it.
Fott keeps it, going around the left side, makes his way across the 30. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 29-yard line.
Nice play fake there. Prouty, the right offensive guard, pulls. Fott fakes to the right. Takes it around the corner to the left. Helps us out. Picks up, 7 of those? 5 that we just lost, or 6?
All right, Fott operating from the left hash under center. 2 receivers to the top. Hands off to Hollenkamp, fights off 1 tackle, fights off another tackle, brought down at about the 26-yard line maybe.
That's what it looks like from here. Looks like Catholic has a man down. Number 23. DeSales just loaded up on the right side there. Just a regular sweep. Linebacker from Catholic, he got through the line of scrimmage. Unfortunately for us, and Hollenkamp just shook him off. Able to pick up 3 yards as opposed to being tackled in the backfield.
Okay, while there's a break on the field, we need to thank our sponsors, Hoops, O'Shea's, and Klein Aluminum. If it wasn't for these fine folks and supporters of DeSales and DeSales Athletics, we wouldn't be able to be bringing you these games, especially on a night like this where it's wet and rainy at the ball field. You can actually sit at home, and if you have a smart TV, you can actually watch this on the big screen in HD on your smart TV. Just go to YouTube, then go to livesportscaster.com and click on today's game, and you can watch it on your big screen at home. That's what I do after the game. I go home and critique Terry Barney.
I had enough critics from the first game that I called, so I'm not sure if I'm any better than I was before, but I appreciate all those compliments and
constructive criticism.
Yeah. Letting me know that maybe I'm not supposed to be so biased. But.
Well, I tell myself before every game, because I listen to me do the intro, and it's like I'm on speed because, I mean, I'm so pumped up. You know how it is. You're pumped up and you're ready to go, and I just blow through the introduction. And then by about the second quarter, you know, my nerves have calmed down, and I got my wits about me, and I sound a little bit better. But I wish I could have had a do-over for the pregame today. Hopefully nobody tuned in and,
no.
and
I thought it went well. I was impressed. I talk as fast as I can, so maybe people don't, catch all the mistakes that I make.
Yeah. All right, timeout to DeSales. That's their second timeout.
And again, it could have just been another audible, so the coach calls his timeout. DeSales has had we have controlled this line of scrimmage most of the night, and as we said earlier, we're going to run the ball some more. Pass when the opportunity is there. Fortunately, Aaron has had plenty of time to throw the ball. He's put the ball where it's supposed to be. We've been able to catch and run. Defensively, we've been able to control their, I'm going to call it an offensive juggernaut. If you start scoring 40 and 50 points.
Well, they've scored 50 points in 3 games already this season.
And so they're averaging, and even in the game that they lost, they were at 27, so that didn't bring their average down too much. This team will score tonight.
Yeah, 51, 50, and 54 they've put up in games so far this season. All right, Orway and Fott in the backfield. Fott from the shotgun.
Looks like a pass formation.
He's looking. He's being flushed out of the pocket. Steps up. Oh, he's got room. He's going to make his way across the 20-yard line. Depends on where they spot it. Could be close to the 19.
That was pretty much a coverage run. By the time he had an open receiver, the pressure was already on him. But thank goodness Aaron he's a pretty savvy kid. He's not afraid to run the ball, and he's got the speed and the agility to make big plays for us.
And this is exactly what Terry Barney calls for: long, sustained drives that chew up a clock and chew up a lot of yards. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Gives it to Antion Johnson. He's going to find his way into the end zone. He would not be denied. And that was just a really, really good individual effort.
No trapping going on. Carlos Ordway kicks out from the backfield. He kicks out the linebacker standing out to the outside. Antion takes a right-hand turn, breaks a tackle. Nice shifty move.
68-yard drive capped off by a 15-yard Antion Johnson touchdown run. All right, on for the PAT is Givens, and it's good. Go down here and click on that. There you go. All right, so DeSales leads 14-0 with 6 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Just a reminder, Anastasia Quirk is going to be my halftime guest.
She's been a very good principal for us. She's been very good herself, and Aaron Godbrett, the assistant principal. I'm an old timer, so I've been around a while.
Yeah.
They pushed me, academically speaking. I know Rick Blackwell used the term last time we all spoke together, a 5-star school. And Anastasia, the whole school has picked up on that mantra, if you will.
Yeah.
And the expectations are high. They're not demanding, but they're high. And she expects us as teachers to take care of these students. These moms and dads, they pay a lot of money for their boys to come here. And it's up to us to give them the best that they deserve.
Yeah. Well, you're like Kentucky Farm Bureau. You know a thing or two because you've seen a thing or two, right? All right. Let's see. Blake Givens on the kick, back deep. For Lexington Catholic is Nathan Schnurr. What are you trying to tell me?
24.
That's a replay. That's why. Don't worry about that. All right, I was working on a technical issue. What happened there, Terry?
It was, again, a short kick. I believe he probably fielded it on about the 25-yard line, 24-yard line, and then it was just a scrum by the time he got to the 30, and he just scrummed it all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Again, short kicks there's an advantage to a short kick, but in order to get coverage, I'm saying as a kicking coach, I'd get that ball up a little bit higher, or I'd find a different place to kick it.
Yeah. All right, Catholic starting off on their own 37. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, 2 backs in the backfield with Allen from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, looking downfield, scrambling, and just spikes the ball. Referees are getting together to talk. They're trying to figure out if there was a receiver in the area.
And he did throw the flag. You know, that's a tough call because, again, there was no receiver there, but he was just pressured somewhat. Being a smart kid, he just took the ball and he got rid of it quickly enough. But unfortunately, even in high school, you need to have a receiver nearby.
All right, there is a Lexington Catholic player down on the turf, the near sideline around the 45-yard line. Looks like he's holding his left arm. And it looks like it's number 78.
That would be their center?
Mark Rumke.
Okay.
He's the injured knight.
And on my chart, it looks as though he's their starting center. And yes, he is. I see they're warming up another snapper as we speak.
All right. Well, it gives me a moment to bring our audience up to date on what I'm trying to say is upcoming games for each one of the teams. Next up will be for DeSales will be North Hardin. That'll be a road game. Then they'll play Christian Academy of Louisville here on October the 5th. All of these are 7:30 start times. They'll play Shawnee on the road on October the 19th, and then they'll finish out the regular season back here at Paul B. Cox Stadium on October the 26th. They'll be hosting Southern. For Lexington Catholic, their next game is a road game. They'll be playing Western Hills. Then they'll be back at home against Boyle County, on the road against Girard County, and then their final game of the season will also be a home game for them. They'll be playing Southwestern. So that's upcoming games for both of these teams. Second and 22. 3 receivers to the near side. Has a lot of time, and wide open is number 15 for the Colts. That's Amos Griffith. And Griffith gets the ball back to around the 15-yard line.
DeSales with the 3-man rush. It wasn't like there was great pressure on him, but they did push the lineman back. It wasn't anything that made the quarterback have to scramble. I think he may have gotten a little bit relaxed or maybe overexcited because the receiver was open right behind Amos. But
Run
Amos
that replay. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
threw it right to him.
Yeah, I mean, he really didn't jump the coverage. He was just it was just off target.
Standing in the middle of the field, that's a linebacker's dream to have a pass thrown right to you and then get to return it.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Mm-hmm.
Trips to the far side. Scott to the near side. Hollenkamp in the backfield with Fott. Fott has it, looking downfield, has a man, open in the infield. He's claiming pass interference. Overthrown just a smidge.
Well, I saw the stumble. It looked as though either he tripped or they pushed him and caused him to trip, but this is Coach Scroggins' attitude right here. Look, we just turned the ball over. Let's go for 6 right now.
And for those folks that recognize that name, Scroggins, a long-time coach at Central High School.
Oh, and very good.
Handoff to Antion Johnson. He's going to make his way to the 10-yard line. I had the opportunity to be at the St. X Central game last week, and it was a 19-18 game. And Central is by far the most athletic team that I have seen all season long. They have playmakers on both sides of the ball.
That doesn't surprise me. They've got speed. They've got talent. They've got coaching over there. Last year, I believe, they struggled at the beginning of the year, and then they made it all the way to the semifinals. So Central's always a team that's
3rd and 5 for the Colts.
Compete.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, 2 backs with Fott from the shotgun. Again to Johnson. He's going to try to bull his way ahead. Gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Instead of heading to the outside that particular play, it looked if he'd have waited just a count longer, he had a blocker out in front of him because typically that play is designed to get to the outside of the tackle. Antion decided to take a hard right, and the nose guard was waiting for him.
22-yarder.
Blake given on to try the field goal attempt.
27.
Sean Kaufman's his holder. The snap, it's placed and down.
Get through there.
And it had plenty of leg on it. That's going to make it 20-0 in favor of the home team, DeSales Colts.
17.
Well, just a nice little snap and hold. DeSales, the pass play. They went for the kill, if you will, quickly after getting the turnover. Come down there, they throw the pass, and then of course the next 2 runs just didn't go our way. Lexington Catholic stepped up. I can't say that we got relaxed because they're not supposed to. But sometimes in high school ball, you just got off the field, and all of a sudden you're back on the field, even as an offensive person. You need a little breath over there from time to time if you're a lineman. We did not push them off the line of scrimmage this time.
All right, so what's your philosophy on this kickoff here, Terry?
My philosophy is do not kick it to the left side of the field. If this guy's standing there and there's nobody on the right side, it doesn't take a genius to punch the ball over this direction. If you can't get it past them, get it up high enough so we get a decent coverage. And I'm not saying he's not a good kicker. I'm saying he's just not making the kind of contact that the guy up here in the booth would like to see him make.
He'll probably talk to you about that on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a running catch on about the 18-yard line. He's met by a whole herd of Colts. Finally going to come to rest at about the 27-yard line. First and 10, they're going to give him to the 30.
And I know Gibbons plays soccer, and I always thought those soccer players could kick the ball anywhere they wanted to. They've got good legs. They kick it left or right.
He's probably going to come to you Monday and go, Coach, I'm just doing what the coach is telling me to do.
Then I need to talk to the coaches.
Chain of command, right?
I need to talk to the coaches.
All right, 2 receivers near side, 1 up top. 2 backs with Allen. Oh, it's a snap. The snap is a little bit off center. A few hard yards right up the middle. Was that number 20? That was Keith Brinkman.
We were more in
a Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, that's okay. No, we were in a defensive formation, prepared for the pass. We only had 3 down linemen. Outside linebackers were backed off. They just doubled down on the nose, and he came right up over top of him.
3 to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 receiver in the back. And it's a delayed handoff, and there were a couple Colts in the backfield. As soon as that ball was handed off, look at the penetration that Dimitri had.
We were back there as fast as they were. They backed up in pass formation. I'm not sure if that was a missed play call, because the running back looked like he had no idea he was going to get the ball. The offensive linemen were backpedaling as though they were in pass formation, and we just followed them all the way to the back.
It's like 3rd and 5 from the 34.
An empty backfield.
Empty backfield, similar set, 3 receivers near side, actually 2 to the top, and it's going to be a delay of game.
Wow.
It's only fair.
If we get 1, they need 1. And typically that back judge will hold his hand up when there's 5 seconds remaining. So I'm not sure if they do it during the game, but I know late in the game they'll indicate, so that everybody on the field has an idea.
Allen has it. He's looking, still looking, scrambling to his left. He's got a lot of room. Now he's tucking the ball and running, and he's going to make his way across the 40. That's going to be a first down.
Alex Gates was on the nose on this particular play. If you'll watch this on this, they didn't show it on the replay. He literally took the center, drove him all the way back into the quarterback, and the quarterback had to bump out, and that's the reason why he began to scramble. We had a 3-man rush on there. Fortunate play for Catholic.
First and 10 from the Lexington Catholic 42. Allen has it again, rolling around, dumping down to Tommy Tommy Knopp.
Amos Griffith, he dropped back. We had very good coverage that way. We're only rushing 3, so he's got, as of now, he had plenty of time to make the throw. Still completes a 7-yard pass. Give credit to the DeSales defense at this time.
From the shotgun again, Allen looking, and he gets hit right as he lets go of the ball. And fortunately, it hangs up in the air. Jackson Corbett corrals it, immediately tackled to the ground by Sean Kaufman.
A 3-man rush. We got the pressure on him. Fortunate for Catholic, he gets the ball out in front of him, and their wide receiver.
All right, the Knights on a roll. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom, 3 to the top. Going, airing it out, throwing deep. He has a man open. They're going to call it a touchdown. That was Tommy Knopp. 45, that was 50. That was a long play, a long
that was
pass.
50-plus yards?
Yeah.
Is that right? 45 yards?
45 yards.
Give or take 5 yards.
Well, they've got about 3 things they do off of this. They're probably going to go for 2 here because the kicker's not out there.
I don't know what you got here.
They don't either, but they'll show you something.
Well,
Who's he going to snap it to?
Oh, somebody. Now we're going to kick it. Number 80. They got about 4 things in it.
I remember going to the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus.
Yeah, they call it a Chinese fire drill.
And saw something like this.
All right, on for the PAT. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. That was Trey Woody.
Well, once again, we were rushing 3. We got some respectable pressure on him. His quarterback, Allen, he's good. He just stepped a little bit, gave the receiver time. He runs a post. Unfortunately, we had no coverage on him.
All right, with 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in this first half, the Colts leading the Knights from Lexington Catholic 17-7.
Yeah, that's frustrating when the defense does what we've been doing. We held them. They get a nice little scramble by the quarterback. Hold him again on another short run, and then he ends up throwing a 45-yard pass.
It's right in the line of fire there. There you go. That's good.
So this is not the time to get too frustrated because we still are in the first half. So when we get the ball back, I'm anticipating some clock running. I'm anticipating doing exactly what we've been doing.
Sorry.
Antion.
Antion and Savion back deep for the Colts. Antion Johnson has it at about the 5-yard line. He's getting up ahead of steam. He's hit coming across the 25-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 Colts at the 25.
Well, good coverage by Catholic. Took him all the way back to the 5. He picks up 20 yards out of it. So let's see what Coach Scroggins has for 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Two receivers near side, one to the far side. Two in the backfield with Fott from the shotgun. A snap, it's a quick handoff to Antion Johnson. He's up the middle. Wow. He gets hit, stood up, and ends up going about 2 additional yards. Going to be close to the 38-yard line.
We just opened up a hole right between the A gap. It looked as though he was going to be able to break that tackle.
That's Hollenkamp scrambling ahead for a few.
I tell you, all game long, we've been getting to their linebackers. Our offensive linemen, they obviously they got what they call a 3-4 defense here. We're getting to their linebackers, and when our running backs are out there, they got somebody right in front of them.
Fott pulls the ball down and is running for the first down marker. He's going to have a first down.
I know that's not a designated play, but that's a nice one.
They made the right decision there.
That's when Aaron audibles.
That's audible.
When he's got his feet
dropping
going.
back to pass is Fott. Has a man. Oh, wide open. That's Dimitri Scott. He's going to dance into the end zone.
Oh,
the
my
2015 10-5 touchdown, Dimitri Scott.
Careful, Dimitri. I saw one high step. I couldn't tell if he pushed, but we're going to watch it right here. He comes off his tight end position. I think it was a short right hand into his back.
Yeah, he got a little
Nothing. Maybe Dimitri's stronger than we thought.
Yeah, he got away with one.
Uh-oh. It can't be a review.
No.
Lexington Catholic. I think the coach wants an explanation.
Well, Aaron Fott had plenty of time to make his mind up where he was going to throw it. Now, Dimitri was open. The pass was a little underthrown, but Dimitri just took his right hand, put it on the defensive back of his shoulder pads. Not much of a push, just a little, hey, I'm right here behind you. And unfortunately, the DB went to the ground.
Yeah, if this was if this was a baseball game, this is one of those deals where the coach comes out with his lineup card in his hand. He has nothing to say. He just wants to talk to the umpire about the previous play, and I think that's kind of what's going on here. I think the coach would like to get in the ear of the Lexington Catholic coaches would like to get in the ear of one of the referees there.
Well, I saw him with something in his hand, but I think maybe it was his play calling chart. But good thing for high school. You can't review any kind of play that's a judgment call. Dimitri made a heck of a catch there. I mean, he just put his hand out, touched the guy a little bit. And
Blake Gibbons in for the PAT.
That's part of the game.
Snap down, up, and it looks good. The minute 40 now remaining in the second quarter. It's the Colts 24, the Knights 7. And a minute 40 is more than enough time for a quarterback like Bo Allen to operate with. Pretty much a 2-minute drill. And we know he can get the ball down the field.
Yes. Well, I mean, just think about this. We just took it from the 25-yard line. Nice first running play, another good running play, and then this big pass. I didn't realize our offense was so high-powered. We knew Catholic could put some points up, but I like the way we've been running the ball when we needed to. We opened it up when again, Coach Scroggins, if we got pass opportunities, we're going to get the ball out there. We're not obviously afraid to throw the ball. We got Aaron with his feet and obviously Aaron with his arm.
Mm-hmm. All right. That is Nathan Schnurr back deep for the Knights. Blake Gibbon on for the Colts to kick it off.
Blake, could you kick it over to the right side of the field one time?
Yes.
By golly.
Found some open field there. Takes a fortuitous bounce. Wow.
Maybe that's the reason he wasn't.
Right. Way to go, Coach.
Goodness gracious.
Nice bounce picked up by the Lexington Catholic player. I didn't see his number. 16. That's Jackson Corbett. And he makes his way right close to midfield. They're actually going to put it right on the midfield line. 1st and 10 from midfield for Lexington Catholic. 50 yards to go. Quite a manageable situation for Bo Allen from the shotgun. He's looking, flushed out of the pocket. Now he's rolling right, has a man wide open at the 40, and Hollenkamp closes the distance in a hurry, rides him out at the 30-yard line, but Terry, he was wide open.
He certainly was. He probably looked as though he broke off his route because the defensive coverage was pretty good at the beginning of this play. Once the quarterback scrambled, he started looking left, then he did his little reverse. We had, for 3 guys, we're putting some decent pressure on him. But he just slung that ball.
Once again from the shotgun, has a man over at the 25-yard line. Nathan Schnurr catches it, goes out of bounds, stops the clock.
Is on the 25-yard line.
See where he puts it. Could be 26. 26.
Looks as though DeSales is content to keep in their – it's not a prevent defense, but we've got every defensive back and linebackers dropped anywhere from 5 to 15 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun once again for Allen. Empty backfield. Very similar play this time to Tommy Knopp.
Darren Hollenkamp, just came from his cornerback position. We had an outside linebacker standing out there. Receiver makes the catch. There's not a whole lot you can do with a 5-yard out.
3rd and 1 from the 21. Allen has a receiver at the 15-yard line. Shucks one tackler and makes his way out of bounds. Thought about breaking it to the middle, decided he needed to get out of bounds, which he did.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty heads-up play for a high school ball player.
Almost did a little windmill there.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good coaching and pretty good heads-up by an offensive receiver. Catch the ball, he breaks the tackle. There was a lot of room on the inside, but he took the choice that let's get on out of bounds and save some time.
To the near side, 3 to the far side. Receivers for Allen looking downfield. Dimitri almost got to him. Now he's scrambling, and he is going to make his way all the way to the end zone. There is a flag on the play. They never have signaled a touchdown.
Goodness gracious.
It's going to be a holding penalty. Play's going to go to the 1. No, play's going to go to the 2-yard line.
Okay, it's a holding penalty against the Knights. It's going to take the ball to the 12-yard line. First and 7 from the 12. Allen's looking, scrambling, looking, still throws the ball into the end zone. It went through 3 people's hands.
2 of them were Lexington Catholic receivers.
Incomplete pass.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give DeSales our defensive 3. I know they got to be a little bit winded because they're packing about 240, 260 pounds, and they're chasing him all around that backfield. He composed himself, Allen did, made a nice little slingshot pass there.
Savion and Sean Kaufman on the coverage there. Second and 7 from the 12. 24 ticks remaining in the first half. Allen has it, a quick out. I didn't see the young man's number, caught at the 6-yard line.
Who was it?
Number 1, Nathan Schnurr.
Nathan has caught his share of passes tonight.
Yes, sir, he has.
7-6. We're gonna mark it at the 7. Timeout, 15 seconds.
Now, they've been successful, obviously, on this particular series. And, of course, they get the ball pretty close. They get the ball on the 50-yard line. So they didn't have a very long drive to begin with. But you got 3rd and 1 yard. I'm looking for Lexington Catholic. It's obviously this is 2-down territory. I would be surprised if they went for a field goal.
Yeah, Woody's getting loose over on the sideline in case he does get a chance at it.
I mean, you're on the road. You need to score. They do get the ball, open up the second half, but
15 ticks of the clock remaining. Lexington Catholic has the ball on the DeSales 7-yard line. Need 1 yard for a first down, 7 yards for 6 points.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was just not a quarterback run all the way.
Allen under center, and he got the first down, and the pile keeps getting pushed. Somebody lost a helmet. Hollenkamp is going to get credit for the tackle. Ten seconds remaining. 1 yard to go for Lexington Catholic. He stumbles. Did he? Yeah, he did. He spiked it to stop the clock.
Well, they have 2 timeouts, so that's a little, I believe. No, that 1. 1 and 1. Now you're down to, at most, 2 plays. So it's going to be pass.
It has to be.
They got to throw now because if they risk the chance of running, I'll take that back. They do have a chance for a timeout, but They better get it quick.
Man in motion going right to left. Throws it to the motion man. That's Schnurr. He fights off a tackler at the end zone.
2 seconds to go.
That's Lance Weeder.
Yeah.
Fights off the tackle and scores. Touchdown for Nathan Schnurr.
We just slipped out there and waited out there for the ball. We had some respectable pressure. He was backpedaling, but he's got a nice little arm. He zipped it to him. They've done it all, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was going to say, that took an awful lot of time.
I was seeing, when he blew the whistle, I saw that he was only on count number 3. And then the whistle, I said, well, it cannot be delay a game. I'm just going to say it. That's a whole lot to go through just for an extra point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure from time to time they'll catch somebody off guard and just run it right up the middle into the end zone.
Then, in my opinion, then just run the play. Let everybody see what you got one time so other teams have to worry about defending it. You line up, everybody defends it. They see the scouting reports, they watch film. If you're going to do it, go ahead and do it. And I'm not saying do it against us and score. I'm just saying show me what you got.
Mm-hmm. All right, only 2 seconds remaining here in the first half. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, Klein Aluminum, Hoops, and O'Shea's Public House. Great supporters of DeSales football and DeSales athletics and DeSales High School.
Exactly. They've had, some of them have gone to school here. Some of them have sons here.
I think there's been an O'Shea here for 100 years.
Well, there's still 2 in the building. They came in 56 and they haven't left. Trey Woody on after a long delay for the point after attempt. Here's the snap, hold, kick is up, and kick is good. It's going to make the score 24-14 with just 2 ticks remaining here in the first half. Anastasia, I got them nice and warmed up for you. I'm going to run down there and use the restroom. I got time to use the restroom, or are we going to talk?
We're still on, but yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. Well, let's look for a little pooch kick here. DeSales has done a very good job this first half. We've controlled the line of scrimmage when we got the ball on offense. Obviously, Catholic just went 50 yards. It took them several plays and 2 extra chances to get in the end zone. For a 3-man rush, we're putting plenty of pressure on him. He's a savvy quarterback, and he can get it there as fast as anybody.
All right, Woody on to kick. The usual suspects in deep for the Colts. Savion Stivers, Antion Johnson. Ball is in the air, and it's going to go to Savion Johnson. He fields it at the 10-yard line, coming forward, met and tackled at about the 24-yard line, and that's going to bring an end to this first half of play. 24 minutes in the books after 2 quarters of play. The Colts 24, the Knights from Lexington Catholic 14. This is Tim Bryan and Terry Barney with you on the Live Sportscaster Network, and we'll be back with you shortly.
DeSales High School welcomes all 7th and 8th grade students to spend a full day shadowing at DeSales. Sit in on classes, meet faculty and staff, tour the school building and stadium, and experience a true day in the life of a DeSales student. Sign up at DeSalesHighSchool.com or call 368-6519. Go Colts.
Faith, brotherhood, tradition. These are the pillars of the DeSales experience. DeSales High School is an all-male, college preparatory Catholic school committed to the total development of its students. DeSales provides challenging, engaging studies in a personalized learning environment, giving special attention to the academic and social needs of each individual student. DeSales strives to be the best by providing a comprehensive learning experience both inside and outside the classroom. For more information, contact us online at www.desaleshighschool.com.
Located at 6733 Strawberry Lane in Louisville South End, Hoops, a fun neighborhood sports and grill establishment. Great wings, salads, and you just got to try the full court burger and fries. Hoops, come for the fun of it.
Looking for a place to unwind with friends and family, to share good times, good food, and a great atmosphere? Look no further. For 4 generations, O'Shea's is focused on providing cheer to all they serve. With 3 locations in Kentuckyana, O'Shea's Highlands at 956 Baxter Avenue, Patrick O'Shea's downtown, 123 West Main Street, and H.M. Frank's Jeffersonville, 355 Spring Street. Good times, good food, great atmosphere, O'Shea's.
Are you looking for new windows, doors, and siding? Then call Klein Aluminum. Since 1996, Klein Aluminum building products have been providing you top quality windows, siding, doors, awnings, and much more for your home or commercial property. With 23 years of experience, the professional staff can help you pick the right materials to match your needs and your budget from a variety of colors and styles. Contact Klein Aluminum 502-776-8122.
DeSales High School welcomes all 7th and 8th grade students to spend a full day shadowing at DeSales. Sit in on classes, meet faculty and staff, tour the school building and stadium, and experience a true day in the life of a DeSales student. Sign up at DeSalesHighSchool.com or call 368-6519. Go Colts.
Come be a Colt for a day. There's no better way to experience what DeSales is all about. Shadow and see how DeSales offers the most personal, individually focused high school experience that so many students prefer. We invite 7th and 8th grade boys to accompany a freshman or sophomore through a typical DeSales school day. Meet students, teachers, and enjoy a great lunch. It's a fun and informative day on our campus. For more information, call 368-6519 or visit DeSalesHighSchool.com. Go Colts!
Welcome back to Paul B. Cox Stadium here on the beautiful campus of DeSales High School. Halftime, DeSales Colts leading the visiting Lexington Catholic Knights by a score of 24-14. And as promised, my halftime guest is the principal here, third-year principal here at DeSales High School, Anastasia Quirk.
Hello, Tim.
Very nice to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you. Thanks for having me.
The first thing that we wanted to talk about is on some of the things that I've heard commercials and whatnot, things around town, talking about the STEM certification, and you guys are one of just a few schools in the area that are STEM certified. What actually did that entail?
It actually entailed a whole lot of things because it's STEM certified, which means our entire school is certified, from the theology classroom to the English to the technology, and then in every science and math. But it means that every teacher is doing integrated things that involve hands-on learning, that involve problem-based learning, using the skills that go beyond the classroom, those 21st century skills of collaboration, communication, creativity, critical thinking, innovation, doing all of those things all of the time in every classroom. And so someone came in, we worked for several years actually on trying to get STEM certified, just preparing for the process. And now that we are moving full-fledged forward.
Okay.
So, yeah. Making great improvements, adding a STEM center and Z-Space and robots and all kinds of things to the curriculum now. So,
And this is homecoming week. Can you talk a little bit about the excitement around homecoming and what exactly took place on campus this week?
Oh, absolutely. It has been a very exciting week here. The game tonight is very exciting, absolutely, but all week long we've been preparing. On Wednesday we spent the afternoon really building the brotherhood and talking about what team is and what brotherhood is, and celebrated one another through our house system. We have 9 houses, and so all of the houses compete against each other, and we spend the entire day doing competitions out on this field that you're looking at right now. And it's split into different sections with cornhole and can jam and kickball and volleyball and badminton and everything else, flag football, you name it, it's happening. So kids have a lot of fun. They come together and then culminates in this big obstacle course that the kids get to compete for and get house points and spirit points and dress up days. They've been dressed in Hawaiian shirts and patriotic days and anything you can think of, they're doing it. So they're having a great time. Then closing it with the tailgate this evening, right before the game.
And you touched on the house system. What other types of clubs and organizations are available for the DeSales student?
Oh, you name it, we've got it. We've got everything from esports to a Key Club, which is a service-oriented club. We have writing clubs. We have game clubs. We have a brotherhood club, what it means to be a man kind of club. We have anything you can think of. We have it ping pong. Whatever the kids want, they just bring it to us. They bring that idea to us, and we help establish that and get that going here at DeSales.
How about a technology club? Do you guys
We
have?
absolutely do.
ya?
I'm so glad you asked. Absolutely, yeah. It's a Student Technology Leadership Program, STLP, and they do everything. They do robotics. They work with drones. They work with 3D printing and managing. They work with different softwares like the AutoCAD, things like that, and programming. So they are doing all sorts of things and trying to expand that every day.
Okay. And immersion, what exactly is immersion?
Oh, immersion is something that's really cool and unique to DeSales, actually. The students spend a week immersed in education outside of the classroom. So they get to choose from several different experiences, from fencing to being in a business world or a law office. So exploring the Keys and going to Ireland. So they can do lots of different things during immersion week that immerse them in education that's hands-on and outside of the classroom, outside of school.
Okay. I remember that my time at DeSales, one of the things that had a huge impact on me was senior retreat. Is that something that you guys, that they still do and they implement here?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have a retreat every year. So freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior has a retreat program. And you're right, those retreats, especially that senior retreat, builds that brotherhood and kind of brings it as the final chapter of what brotherhood means, brings it all together. So what year did you graduate, Tim?
1981.
1981, excellent.
A few years ago. Yeah, Greg, 77 grads.
Several grads around me. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, excellent.
Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate you stopping in with us here at
Sure thing.
halftime and telling us a little bit about DeSales and what's going on at DeSales, and it's been a pleasure to meet you.
And you as well.
All right,
Thank you very much, Tim.
Thank
Have
you
a
so
great
much.
night.
All right, thank you. You too.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to take another break. When I come back, hopefully Terry Barney has been able to track down some stats, and he's going to give us the lowdown on the first half. This is Tim Bryan with you on Live Sportscaster.
Come be a Colt for a day. There's no better way to experience what DeSales is all about. Shadow and see how DeSales offers the most personal, individually focused high school experience that so many students prefer. We invite 7th and 8th grade boys to accompany a freshman or sophomore through a typical DeSales school day. Meet students, teachers, and enjoy a great lunch. It's a fun and informative day on our campus. For more information, call 368-6519 or visit DeSalesHighSchool.com. Go Colts!
Take your first steps to becoming a DeSales Colt. All 7th and 8th grade students are invited to spend a full day at DeSales High School. Sit in on classes, meet faculty and staff, tour the campus, and experience a true day in the life of a DeSales student. Sign up at DeSalesHighSchool.com or call 368-6519.
Looking for a place to unwind with friends and family, to share good times, good food, and a great atmosphere? Look no further. For 4 generations, O'Shea's is focused on providing cheer to all they serve. With 3 locations in Kentuckiana, O'Shea's Highlands at 956 Baxter Avenue, Patrick O'Shea's downtown, 123 West Main Street, and H.M. Frank's Jeffersonville, 355 Spring Street. Good times, good food, great atmosphere, O'Shea's. Are you looking for new windows, doors, and siding? Then call Klein Aluminum. Since 1996, Klein Aluminum Building Products have been providing you top quality windows, siding, doors, awnings, and much more for your home or commercial property. With 23 years of experience, their professional staff can help you pick the right materials to match your needs and your budget from a variety of colors and styles. Contact Klein Aluminum 502-776-8122.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to move away from the window.
All right, welcome back to Paul B. Cox Stadium. Halftime, the Colts are leading the visiting Lexington Catholic Knights by a score of 24-14. As it always happens, Terry Barney's posse, somebody has to stick their head in the window and ask for a selfie or an autograph.
That's just the way it is. Sometimes, you think you'd get tired of it after a while, but from time to time, it's all right.
Yeah, well, you're very distinguishable. People, they just.
I'm the only one up here with gray hair, it looks like.
Oh, that's not true.
So I'm not hard to recognize.
All right, Terry. Well, I know you got a halftime stat sheet. Can you kind of go over a little bit for both teams and let us know how we got to a score of 24-14?
Sure. Kind of what we thought. We'll start with Lexington Catholic first. They get 36 yards on the ground, minus that 8. So they're only running the ball right at 30 yards. They've got 36 between 3 running backs. One of them has a minus 8. So having said that, they cannot run the ball against us. That they lined up, which was surprising, like we said earlier, that they were even attempt to run it since this guy can throw the ball. This Bo Allen, he's already got 156 yards passing. Obviously, the 45-yard long pass, and then another one was another 40 inside there. So he's actually halfway to his average. He's at 156. He's averaging about 3 and some change per game. We've sacked him one time. We're controlling the line of scrimmage when it comes to the run, that's for sure.
I'm really surprised at the receiving yards. I feel like I've called Nathan Schnurr's name about 15 times, but he's only getting credit for 6 catches for 79 yards and 1 touchdown.
Right, which is, in the long run, it's not bad for a first half. You get, if he doubles that up, of course, it's 12 for a game. That's a whole lot of catches for one receiver.
Right.
And then you start throwing this Tommy Knopp inside there, and these guys start to. Again, this Allen can wing the ball. Sometimes he throws it like he's a baseball pitcher. He's bringing it down from his hips, but it doesn't matter because it's getting in there in a hurry. For us, and then, their punting average is just the one punt. He punted away and kicked that into the end zone, I believe it was. Or Anderson and then Bo kicked one. But return yardage, that's insignificant. They didn't do anything on that. The one was a short kick that I kept saying kick it to the right, and sure enough, they get the more yardage than they'd ever gotten. Tackles, they're just part of the game. We've got 4 guys that are leading tackles on Catholic side, but
one of the things that you talked about in the pregame was the determined run attack of the Colts, and that does show in time of possession up here. Colts have about a 6-minute advantage in time of possession, almost 15 minutes to 9 minutes and 13 seconds for Lexington Catholic. So not only are they scoring, but they're also running a lot of time off the clock.
Right. That's back to the running game, making sure we occupy the clock. We were doing everything just right until, of course, they get the ball on the 50 and go down. But even then, we got net rushing for 156, so we've matched Bo Allen's passing, and then we got another 98 in the air. So again, on the ground and statistically, we've got the advantage on them. The fact that obviously one of those 40 or whatever that was to Meady, 51-yard pass, that helped us out. But we throw the ball when we have to, or when the opportunity is there. We've thrown the ball 7 times. They've thrown the ball, I can't see over there with Bo, he's thrown it 16 times. So I look for more of the same. I look for them to probably up that to about 16 to 20 times in the second half of Catholic throwing the ball. And we're not going to throw the ball any more than 7 more times, in my opinion, unless for some reason we get behind, and then we have to try to catch up. But
or the opportunity presents itself.
Exactly. It's playing out the way we kind of – this time I'm close to – I'm about 90% correct, because I was saying we're going to run the ball more than we passed, and we have, and we passed when we had to. Defensively, again, we've been controlling the line of scrimmage when they try to run the ball. Dimitri Scott for us, of course, he's got 59 yards. He's caught 2 passes. Jaden Scroggins Obviously, Ty's son, he's got that one catch. It was a nice one over the middle. Hollenkamp, one out of the backfield. Antion, he got his out of the backfield, just a little flare pass, picks it up, gets 10 yards out of that. Aaron Fott's been, he's, again, one of our leading rushers. What's he got? 25. Antion's picked up 90 yards on the ground. Darren Hollenkamp, typical Darren, he's going to pick the ball up. He's going to go with it. They're grinded out kind of running backs, if you will. They're not afraid to hit the line of scrimmage, and they are not easy to bring down.
All right, well, we have one more break we have to get in here before we start the second half. This is Tim Bryan and Terry Barney with you, and you're watching DeSales Colts football on the Live Sportscaster Network.
Come be a Colt for a day. There's no better way to experience what DeSales is all about. Shadow and see how DeSales offers the most personal, individually focused high school experience that so many students prefer. We invite 7th and 8th grade boys to accompany a freshman or sophomore through a typical DeSales school day. Meet students, teachers, and enjoy a great lunch. It's a fun and informative day on our campus. For more information, call 368-6519 or visit DeSalesHighSchool.com. Go Colts!
The high school placement test is one important step for all 8th grade students planning to attend DeSales High School. This year's placement test will be Saturday, December 8th at 9 a.m. No pre-enrollments necessary. For more information, contact the admissions office at 368-6519 or visit DeSalesHighSchool.com. Come take the first steps to joining the Brotherhood. Thank you for watching Colts Football. Did you know DeSales High School is one of only 2 STEM accredited schools in the state of Kentucky? Come learn more at our open house on Sunday, November 18th, noon to 3 p.m. For more information, visit our website at DeSalesHighSchool.com.
Faith, brotherhood, tradition. These are the pillars of the DeSales experience. DeSales High School is an all-male college preparatory Catholic school committed to the total development of its students. DeSales provides challenging, engaging studies and a personalized learning environment, giving special attention to the academic and social needs of each individual student. DeSales strives to be the best by providing a comprehensive learning experience both inside and outside the classroom. For more information, contact us online at www.DeSalesHighSchool.com.
Located at 6733 Strawberry Lane in Louisville South End, Hoops, a fun neighborhood sports and grill establishment. Great wings, salads, and you just got to try the full court burger and fries. Hoops, come for the fun of it.
Looking for a place to unwind with friends and family, to share good times, good food, and a great atmosphere? Look no further. For 4 generations, O'Shea's is focused on providing cheer to all they serve. With 3 locations in Kentuckiana, O'Shea's Highlands at 956 Baxter Avenue, Patrick O'Shea's downtown, 123 West Main Street, and H.M. Frank's Jeffersonville, 355 Spring Street. Good times, good food, great atmosphere. O'Shea's. Are you looking for new windows, doors, and siding? Then call Klein Aluminum. Since 1996, Klein Aluminum Building Products have been providing you top quality windows, siding, doors, awnings, and much more for your home or commercial property. With 23 years of experience, their professional staff can help you pick the right materials to match your needs and your budget from a variety of colors and styles. Contact Klein Aluminum 502-776-8122.
All right, start of the second half. Tim Bryan, Terry Barney back with you at Paul B. Cox Stadium. Kickoff is short. It's dropped. It's picked up by Nathan Schnurr. I told you I've said that young man's name 100 times tonight. Did you get it straightened away? Okay, then just hit.
Well,
okay.
Another short kick. DeSales has decent coverage. A little mishandled by Catholic.
Yeah, Greg made the comment at halftime that it seemed like a very long first half, and it really did seem like a long first half of football.
Something about me thought the first quarter got through pretty quickly, maybe because we scored and it ticked away there, but then you're right. The timeouts, when Catholic got the ball coming down, it slowed us all down.
From the shotgun, Allen has it. He's looking downfield. Now he's going to run. He has daylight. Eludes one tackler at the 35, gets his balance and falls forward to about the 38-yard line.
Well, on NFL Sunday, that's what they call a coverage sack. We had nice coverage in the defensive secondary. We got a decent pressure on him. He starts to scramble. Outside linebackers come up and they make a play for what ends up being a 1-yard gain. I'm not sure that Allen really wants to run the ball too often. Of course, he's an athlete, so he will run, and he's not afraid to, but his first preference is to get rid of that ball and get rid of it quick.
5 receivers set for Allen, 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side, empty backfield. From the shotgun, he has pressure coming in, dump down to Gabriel. No, that's not it. A dump down to Luke Powell.
Zane Wilkerson in on the tackle. He's a sophomore playing our cornerback out there.
And that's going to make it 3rd and 2.
Well-designed play. They set us up pretty good on that. We brought an extra outside linebacker in on the blitz. The running back just comes across the middle of this little dump screen. I saw him working on that in pregame today.
2 in the backfield with Allen. It's a handoff to Keith Brinkman. And I can't believe I probably called him Kevin Brinkman, but I apologize for that. But a handoff to Keith Brinkman for a short gain. Does get him first down yardage, 1st and 10 from the 49. Allen throwing over to the far sideline, has a man circling back in.
Yeah.
And he was
Cameron Perry on the tackle on that.
Met by Cameron Perry and thrown to the ground.
They just kind of nickel and diming us here right now. The short little pass early, screen pass. Now this wasn't any more than, for them it was a 10-yard out. We brought an extra rush, but
a little bit more tempo that Catholic has come out with.
Yeah, we're sitting back a little bit far on this.
I think that was
offensive guard, a little bit movement there.
Be 1st and 15 now from the 43. 3 receivers near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Empty backfield for Allen. Drops back. He's looking, scrambling a little bit. Finally tucks the ball and runs. Dimitri Scott catches up with him. Ball is flipped out of bounds.
Started out with 3-man rush. They brought a backer in on the outside. Again, decent coverage by DeSales. He has to scramble by then. Dimitri Scott runs him down. That was a questionable intentional grounding, in my opinion.
Well, there was a receiver fairly close in the vicinity there.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback waiting for the call, still waiting. Allen has his arms in the air. Finally gets the call. Once again from the shotgun is Allen. Looking downfield, looking. Pressure gets to him. They're trying to strip him. He's going to be dropped at the 45-yard line.
And that's with a 3-man rush. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 against our 3. Again, the coverage was obviously very good from the secondary. These 3 guys up here are working. Meady, DeJuan Watkins.
Loss of 2, 3rd and 17.
And that's Makai Lewis on the outside there, putting defensive pressure on him.
One man in the backfield next to Allen. He has it. He's rolling in pursuit around the backside. Has a man open. Caught and it's going to be just a few yards shy of the first down marker. That was another reception for Nathan Schnurr.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be at the 30. 4th and 2.
Nice coverage there, other than the fact that he got the scramble. The receiver does come back to the ball. He zipped that ball, 15, 20 yards on a rope.
All right, Catholic needs 2 yards to keep this drive alive. Man in motion right to left is Schnurr. Has a dump down across the middle. It's knocked in the air by Hollenkamp and intercepted.
Come on, Amos. Come on, Amos.
Griffith looking for the sideline, finally knocked out at about the 45-yard line.
I believe that was Darren Hollenkamp that ended up getting a hand on it.
It was.
We got 4 men rushing.
Flag back here.
Hold the phone, folks. There is a flag on the play.
Foul. So the return's going to go to 40.
Before or after the catch?
It's after the interception.
Thank you.
Say personal foul.
Blindside block.
That's the new emphasis this year. You can't hit a defenseless.
Return's going to go to the 40.
Well.
That's only the second time I've seen that call this season.
It must have been big enough. I didn't see it on the replay here either, but.
Yeah, it's personal foul, 15 yards,
right.
back to the 25.
Obviously, it was a good enough illegal hit to throw the flag. It wasn't as though he just bumped into him.
So the Colts lose quite a bit of real estate. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 25.
I'm not sure if Allen was actually throwing that ball to anyone rather than just throwing it away, because there was not a receiver when Hollenkamp hit the ball at all around the ball.
2 receivers to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom, 2 men in the backfield. It's a handoff to Antion Johnson, makes his way back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
They brought 7 that time. They had the 4 down linemen and all 3 backers were heading towards the line of scrimmage at the snap. Hard to beat those odds.
They're going to give him a gain of 1 yard, 2nd and 9 from the 26 for the Colts. Two to the far side, 1 to the near side. 2 backs with Fott from the shotgun.
Pass, 18.
It's a quick pass to, is that
Dimitri Scott? Okay, I'm going to give this one to the coach. He saw 7 the last time. He saw 7 more coming up just again. And so what are you going to do? Just go ahead and throw a little dump pass to one of your better receivers. They got 7 coming and got nobody behind him.
All right, plays a little slow coming in. Fott goes to the sideline, gets the play, brings it back to the guys. They break huddle. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, 2 receivers in the backfield. Similar set. Quick handoff to Hollenkamp across the 40. Gets to about the 43-yard line is what it looks like.
About a 6-yard gain, it looks as though. Just a straight handoff to Darren. Once again, this time Lexington Catholic ran the same defense 2 times in a row. I don't look for them to do that again because they set up with 7 and 7. Now they all set back this time.
1 receiver top and bottom, tight end off the line. Hand off to Antion Johnson. He rolls across the 45. Going to come to rest at about the 46. 45. Well, 3rd and 2. They don't do it very often, but they do run the quarterback keeper effectively.
Mm-hmm. This third and this could be an Aaron Fott time right here.
Mm-hmm.
Taking it from the center, it could be also, we just may be man on man here looking to.
Oh, jumps offside.
Or.
Hard count by Fott pulls the whole defensive line offsides. That's going to be 5 free ones.
You know, that takes discipline. I mean, on both sides of the ball. But offense, you're moving the ball, you start getting excited, and we decided to go on a hard count. Lexington Catholic, they've had their way with us the last couple of runs here. We get a nice break here.
First down for the Colts at the 50-yard line. First possession for Catholic ended up with an Amos Griffith interception. This is the first series of downs for the Colts here in the second half. Gives it to Antion Johnson across the 50. Just depends on where they spot it.
Yeah, just a simple sweep. We didn't get the kick-out block that Darren normally gets. Normally he'll kick that outside linebacker up there and give Antion a nice little seam to get up and through, but
gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Have a feeling this is going to be a run-pass option for the Colts. One receiver top, one receiver bottom. It's a pitch to Antion Johnson. He's across the 50, looking for the sideline. At the 40, pushed out of bounds, right at the 40-yard line. Are they going to give him a first down? No, they're not. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 39.
Nice run by Antion. He did what he could to get us a couple more yards. He knew he wouldn't go out of bounds. He hadn't quite get 10, but he just didn't quite make it there. But just a simple toss sweep. Pulled a guard on the play side. Got a lead blocker. We had him outnumbered.
A rainy start to the game has turned into a cool night. It feels really nice out there.
It's pretty comfortable when I went down.
Quarterback keeper for Fott. I was just 2 plays too soon. But I think my percentage is still quite a bit better than yours.
Well, I got a long way to go. Right. Sometimes the simplest play is the best play. You need a yard, 2 yards. You give it to a good running back, or you give it to the quarterback who can get some yardage. You got an offensive line that has been pushing them off the line of scrimmage most of the night.
Receiver top, receiver bottom. Fought from the shotgun. Had Hollenkamp at his hip. It's a pitch to Antion Johnson. Uh-oh.
It's going to be a face mask on one of the two.
Yeah. I didn't see it. Run that again, Greg. There you go.
Well, it came out when 23 made the first hit, and apparently he did get a hold of the face mask.
I didn't see it. But
yeah. So it wasn't a personal foul, but he did get a hold of it. Good break for us. And that, once again, a little fortunate because the flag, it's marked off from the point of the infraction. We had a 5-yard loss.
Fakes the pitch, looking downfield, dumps it down to Hollenkamp. Hollenkamp has it at the 35, at the 30, 25, trying to get to the sideline, makes his way to the 15-yard line. A huge gain for Darren Hollenkamp.
What a savvy play. He faked the toss. We've seen that before. Because we toss. He fakes the toss, has Darren on a little slant route on the inside. Soft pass to him. And a very good run afterwards.
15, 30, about 27-yard play. Hand off to Johnson. He's met immediately by 2 or 3 Lexington Catholic defenders.
Number 5. That's the middle linebacker standing in there. Made a nice play. We missed the block on the outside. I like it.
Thought has it, has a man wide open in the end zone. That's Dimitri Scott.
What a nice design play. Tight end went out like he was going to block. He barely even touched him, and they know Aaron can run. Flipped it over their head. Not a single DB over there. Well designed.
That's extra point. Oh, you already added it? Okay. All right. Sorry. All right, the hold's down. The kick is up. And good.
Well, I like that drive.
Yeah, I did too. Chewed up a whole bunch of yards. I would say that Antion Johnson was the feature back in that series. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carries. And then a touchdown pass to
Dimitri Scott.
Yeah.
Right. On a nice design. So we get the interception, get moved back because of the penalty. Start from, where did we end up starting from? We started from the 25, so that's a
11 plays, 75 yards.
11 plays, 75 yards. Thank you. It's that was pretty impressive, and that's along with another penalty. We get the penalty on the face mask, which helped us out. Obviously a lot of run, but a little mix of running and a whole lot of running, a little bit of passing.
And the second touchdown of the evening for Dimitri Scott. All right, Snur back on the 20-yard line for the Knights. Given with the kickoff, when he gets his foot into this one, he lets it roll into the end zone to Schnur, and it's going to be a touchback.
Okay. Am I the only one thinking, why haven't we kicked it that far before?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand strategy.
Well, it's not like he got it up into the wind or anything, because the flags are just.
Maybe we were setting them up for this. We were waiting for the right time to kick it over their head, and it worked.
To get a foot into it. All right. Allen by himself from the shotgun has 3 receivers. Luke Powell with the reception, dropped at about the 28-yard line. No. From the shotgun is Allen, just slings that one to the 30-yard line to John Woodall. Woodall with the reception.
Well, they're coming out with those nickel dime passes again, which are very effective for them. We got a 3-man rush. This guy can throw the ball 30 yards just to get 5.
3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Scrambling as Allen has a man on his knees at, well, the DeSales coaching staff saying it was bobbled, but the referee has given him the catch.
On the 43-yard line.
43-yard line.
11 from
Knights again with the tempo. And getting the ball out quickly once again is Allen.
Catholic certainly has a nice little rhythm going on for them right now. We're getting, with 3 guys rushing, we're playing a little soft defense, keeping everybody in front of us, but they're not afraid to throw. They're content with throwing a 7 to 8 yard pass.
Empty backfield. It looked like the offensive line moved a little quick. Yeah.
Well, we needed something to slow them down.
Yeah. First and 15 for Lexington Catholic. Empty backfield for Allen. 2 receivers to the near side, 3 to the far side. Allen has it, perusing the field, looking, starts to scramble, finds some daylight, and there's a flag on the play. They've done really good protecting Allen, but sometimes when you have that much time, there's a reason for it.
They didn't have a single receiver come back for the ball because he, like you just said, maybe they're scooting the flag over.
Oh, okay. I don't know. All right, into the third quarter over at Brother Thomas More Field at St. Xavier. The Tigers are leading the PRP Panthers 42-7.
Oh.
First and 25.
All right, Allen has it, has a man coming. Well, he has a receiver that he picked up on the 40-yard line. That was Jackson Corbett, had a DeSales defender right in his face.
Nice screen. We were coming, and they were letting us come in there. He just tossed it over. Nice screen. He had 2 blockers out in front of him.
2nd and 10. Allen, the lone man in the backfield. He's looking. He's got room. Here comes the defense. He floats it up in the air, out of the reach of John Woodall.
Good coverage by Savion. I see a flag in the backfield. Usually indicates holding. You know, that's one way to give your quarterback extra time.
Yeah.
Just hold him. What a tough call for Catholic. You got 2nd and 10. They take the holding from the point of the infraction, which is about 5 yards deep. You go 10 more. Geez.
Wow.
Oh. That's almost a 20-yard penalty if you think about it. From where he held to the 10 more yards. So now we got 2nd and 35.
2nd and 27 from the 35.
And through the screen again.
Schnurr has it at the 35, makes his way forward for a few more.
Good coverage. I think the wideout may have gone about 1 step too far to set that screen up, because by the time he took his 2nd or 3rd step, DeSales had read it. We just chased him right on back. So good coverage by DeSales.
Allen's looking. There's another flag. Holy cow. No catch. The intended receiver, Luke Powell, and another flag in the backfield.
I'm going to say we'll decline this one. No, I believe he's correcting one of our players for probably talking too much about the hold.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, my.
They still got 3rd and 12.
Third.
Well, I did see our defensive end, Mekhi Lewis. He came in. He was being double teamed. He's been fighting hard all night long, and maybe a little frustration. Got his hands underneath the face mask.
Are they going to?
Fortunately, that's not a.
Can't end on a defensive penalty. Is that what it is?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Allen's looking. Throws it far sideline. Wow. Nice throw. Nathan Schnurr makes the grab at the 25-yard line.
What a catch.
Nice throw.
Yes.
Woo.
Ball should go to the 25. That should be the quarter.
Was that a 30-yard pass? 25, but I guarantee he threw it almost 50 because he was over on the left hash, and he turns around and throws it all the way across field while the guy's running a flag route. Schnurr goes up, both hands, catch it, pulls it down. That's a nice combo that Catholic has.
All right, 3 quarters in the books. The home team, DeSales Colts, leading the visiting Lexington Catholic Knights by a score of 31-14. We'll take a quick break and be right back with you. This is Tim Bryan and Terry Barney on the Live Sportscaster Network.
Come be a coach for a day. There's no better way to experience what DeSales is all about. Shadow and see how DeSales offers the most personal, individually focused high school experience that so many students prefer. We invite 7th and 8th grade boys to accompany a freshman or sophomore through a typical DeSales school day. Meet students, teachers, and enjoy a great lunch. It's a fun and informative day on our campus. For more information, call 368-6519 or visit DeSalesHighSchool.com. Go Colts!
Tim Bryan, Terry Barney back with you. Start of the 4th quarter. And that has been a flag fest here in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game.
Well, we said earlier he was at halftime. He was halfway to his goal on his quarterback. Allen now he's up to 270 yards passing, but you start throwing 30-yard passes and catching them, that'll get you up there real quick.
Allen is scrambling. He has a man open at the 20-yard line. It's Schnurr again. It's almost like Brady and Welker, you know?
Back and forth, back and forth. He throws it, Welker catches it. Now this Schnurr, he had 6 at halftime. He's up to 11 catches now.
Yeah. 2nd and 1 from the 16 for the Knights. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Oh, well, yeah. Schnurr again with the catch at about the 20-yard line, immediately met by a bevy of DeSales Colt defenders.
I'll tell you what, that little bubble screen that they got works pretty well, but if you get linemen running out there trying to block outside linebackers, that's a tough thing to ask for. And at that particular time, our linebackers just actually blew right past the lineman coming out. Cornerback came, so he ends up no gain or 1-yard loss.
3rd and 2. Another catch by Schnurr. 13 now.
Hope that's his last one.
Baker's dozen. That was a very athletic catch there, too.
I'm not sure why they would throw it to anybody else.
They're not.
I would say these other guys just need to run a route.
I say, look, that's my shorthand. That's a pass to one. All right, a little bit better defensive push. A nice one-handed catch by number 6, which is Luke Powell. Did you get the catch?
Number 6.
All right, 2nd and 4, empty backfield once again. Allen has it. Cow.
My. I'll tell you, our best defense on this particular series is them jumping off sides.
The guys in the stripes?
Mm-hmm. Well, the guys in the white with the little, you start getting excited. You want to hurry and get the playoff, just like when they had a nice little run on us defensively. High school ball players, they get excited, start jumping.
Second and 9 yards needed for Lexington Catholic. Allen has it. The rush is a little bit better. Has a man over the middle, immediately hit by that's Cameron Perry, the intended receiver for Lexington Catholic.
Cameron was a tackler, and I believe that time he got
Schnurr was the receiver.
Schnurr.
Schnurr, the intended receiver. I can't believe he didn't make the catch.
DeSales had good pressure that time. He was backpedaling even when he threw it.
Yeah, and that's been it's been several plays since they've had that kind of penetration.
We got 4 down.
3 to the
time.
top, 2 to the
5
bottom.
Coming, 6 coming.
And a man right up the middle.
Turn around. Pass interference.
Yeah.
You know what? Sometimes a pass interference is better than a touchdown.
And Allen just got that throw away right as he was placed on his backside.
DeSales brings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Who? Hollenkamp? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Darren Hollenkamp right up the middle, pretty much untouched.
Unfortunately, Sean just didn't turn around quick enough to make a good play on it. It's an easy call for the officials, easy call for anybody sitting in the stands. So the penalty goes from the last spot of the.
Yeah, the penalties on both teams have kind of taken the pace out of this quarter. There was a lot of pace in the third quarter by Lexington Catholic.
Mm-hmm. Wow, and check this out. It's not an automatic first down. So they got half the distance to the goal, so we still got them.
Catholic needs 2 yards for the first down, has a man wide open, that's Schnurr, and he holds on to the ball. Antion Johnson lowers the boom on him, but Schnurr holds on to it.
Antion ran all the way across the field with him. We were in man-to-man. He chased him all the way across the field. It was a catch and hit.
And he showed some restraint there. He could have wrapped him up and drove him into the carpet, but he just
took him to the ground.
Yeah.
Well, this particular play, going for the field goal, plays in the favor of DeSales.
Yeah, sure does.
Rather 3 than 7 any day.
All right, the field goal attempt is good.
That's a surprise right there.
That's going to tack on 3 for the Knights and take the score to 31-17 with 9:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Tim Bryan, Terry Barney with you on the Live Sportscaster Network.
I'm going to say that their best drive of the night. Did they not take the ball over on the 20-yard line? Hello.
14 plays, 75 yards.
75, 25-yard line, 75-yard drive. They were methodical, short passes. They got penalized. They got no gains, and yet they still, I'll give Catholic credit on that. They kept their poise. Now I'm going to give DeSales credit, because if all that driving down the field, 75 yards, and you end up with 3, that's a small victory for the defense.
They probably went twice the distance of the field, but they kept 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
Yeah, we'll look at the stat chart and find out that they had 95 yards on that particular drive. We're going to get credit for 75.
Savion and Antion back at the 10-yard line. Trey Woody to kick off once again for the Knights. 9:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. And they're trying the onside kick. And I'm not sure what's going on there.
You know what they called? Slapping the ball in bounds.
They called 6 stepping out of bounds.
Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
Caught the ball and knocked it down.
It was in the air. He didn't have possession.
Now, I'm not sure who recovered it. Do you all? Did we end up recovering it out of bounds?
Run that again, Greg.
Took his hand and threw it back.
Yes, he did.
But I wouldn't call it possession.
Although it sure looked like it didn't.
Well, he was
my hair grabbing that ball, I'll tell you that.
And the flag would be for batting the ball is what they're going to make that call. If it holds up.
Get your green A.
Okay.
Player was out of bounds, so they called him out of bounds.
Final score at St. Xavier High School, it was the Tigers 45, the Panthers 13. That was the district opener for St. Xavier.
4 and 30, 26 with it.
2 receivers to the top.
4 on the carry.
Antion Johnson, looks like it's going to be a loss of a yard or so.
All right. We were overloaded on the right. There wasn't any secret about what that particular play was. Even had a lead blocker for him. Lexington Catholic kind of dug in their heels on that particular play. Now, as we watch this clock, we got 9 minutes to go. We still need at least 2 touchdowns to get ahead. DeSales needs a nice little drive here, run some clock off.
Are you surprised that they opted for the field goal there?
Only because they wanted. I would have thought they would have been greedy trying to go for 7, but
fought with a quarterback keeper, leg still churning across the 50-yard line.
But yes, I am, because they haven't really been able to stop us from running a bunch of time off the clock. Obviously you can see we've already scored 31 points and we've been able to drive the ball down. So for them to settle for 3. It's like, well, let's get something rather than nothing, which gives credit to the defense.
Makes it a 2-score game.
And now, right, it's going to be 2 touchdowns in order. It's not just, touchdown and field goal. So they've put themselves in a situation where it has to be 2 touchdowns.
Well, if DeSales can score here, it might kind of alleviate some of that. Antion Johnson looking for the sideline, thrown out of bounds after he crosses the first down marker and then some.
No secret here. We got a guard pull him. We had a flanker blocking down. We had a lead back to lead for him. It was the old Green Bay Packer, what they used to call that? The Packer sweep, or I don't know, somebody out there that's older than me, come call me and tell me what that used to be called. It took the whole house to the right side.
One receiver to the bottom of your screen. Under center is fought, hands off to Johnson. Johnson across the 30, almost to the 25-yard line, going to be short of the first down marker.
You look for a bootleg here in a second.
From the 26-yard line.
I got the same shirt on. It's my uniform.
Oh, yeah? I'm gonna have to swing by the campus bookstore and get me some DeSales wear.
4 and 30 in the backfield.
One receiver to the top of your screen.
Come on, big boy.
Antion Johnson heading for the end zone. Oh, that's not Savion. Savion Stivers. Wow.
Flag on the play. Who knows? Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
Now let's see.
Let's call this the buck reverse. Got a tight end. He didn't pull very well, but come on. And I don't know who must have held.
Blindside block. Blindside block again.
Yeah, somebody got laid out.
Yeah.
About the 25-yard line.
You can't do that no more.
Not with this crew anyway.
Blindside
So the
block.
play goes to the 24.
15.
That's a personal foul, 15 yards.
15 yards. Should go
So if you get 2 of those, are you out of the game? Or
No, that's unsportsmanlike. So we're going to go to the.
Yeah, that's a bad break for us right there. That was, I mean, a nice setup, good timing. Wes Rogers used to run that, I forget what it was called, the buck sweep reverse. Handoff, pull the tight end from the backside. Perfect time to call that play. He gets, 1, 2, 10, 20, 35 yards on the carry. It all comes back because somebody blocked from behind the ball.
2nd and 14 from the 38, 2 in the backfield with Fott from the shotgun. It's a flip to Johnson. Antion breaking it back to the middle.
31 on the tackle.
I'll tell you what, this Andrew Prouty, he's our right guard, number 63. He has pulled no less than 10 times tonight as a lead blocker and has made contact all 10 times. It's pretty impressive for an offensive guard to pull. He probably likes running that way instead of going straight up on somebody anyhow, but that's he's been very impressive tonight.
6:13 remaining in this contest. It's the Colts 31, the Knights from Lexington Catholic 17. And one thing is for sure, as long as you have the Colts offense on the field, Bo Allen can't be slinging the ball around.
He can't hurt us from the sideline.
Timeout DeSales.
You know, and just like DeSales, I see Lexington Catholic. I see Nathan Schnurr out there playing cornerback over on the left side. So just like a lot of DeSales ball players, he is, in fact, going both ways.
Yeah, he has put on a clinic tonight as far as pass catching goes.
Yes, he's as good a high school receiver as there is out there. They got him listed at 155 pounds.
Minus.
Not even right at 5'9". But he's got glue on his hands for sure. He's made some nice catches. He makes decent runs afterwards. Obviously, he's run some sharp routes, and this Allen likes him. Like we mentioned earlier, I throw it to him every time.
Oh yeah, they've been quite a combination, a 1-2 punch, so to speak, for Lexington Catholic tonight. You know, it's always fun when your team is ahead, but it's been a very entertaining game to watch, minus the penalties.
Right. Well, because obviously we've got to see what Lexington Catholic can do. I mean, they're a passing team, very capable of moving the ball down the football field. DeSales, we know what we do. We like to run the ball, pass in opportunity times, and Aaron Font's put the ball on the money most of the time tonight.
It's a fun offense
Here's
to watch.
Quarterback. Oh, my.
Always. Antion Johnson fakes like he was throwing downfield, tucks it, runs across the 30-yard line. Greg, you'll remember this. Who was the coach for Kentucky from Valdosta State? Yeah, it's like watching the old Hal Mummy's team, man. They used to throw the ball all over the place.
Not a whole lot of defense, but a whole lot of offense.
Yeah.
That was the origin of air raid, wasn't it? Antion had Jaden Scroggins wide open on that halfback pass. I think he just maybe didn't see him or decided to do it himself. But we had a man wide open.
4th and 5. I thought they would just try to draw him offside. Oh, my goodness. Wow, wide open at the 20-yard line.
Who is that?
Four.
Antion Johnson, wow, that's very uncharacteristic. Lets the ball go through his fingers, and that would have been a
that would have been a killer first down.
yes, it would have.
Well, again, Fott puts the ball exactly where he's supposed to. I mean, Antion jumped a little high, but nothing. It wasn't going to be a spectacular catch by any means. It was just going to be a simple pitch and catch. Now we're back with as many defensive backs as we can put in the game.
All right, Allen looking downfield, looking, airing it out for Schnurr, just over top of, his outreached hand. And how does he? I mean, he must be that fast. He just keeps finding a way to get open.
He threw that ball 50 yards in the air. That was from 125 to the next 25, and believe it or not, it was just too far.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, once again from the shotgun, 3 to the bottom of your screen, 2 to the top, receiver-wise. Has a man over the middle. That was just miscommunication on that play.
Mm-hmm. But good coverage. Maybe he thought he was supposed to go out, and obviously the receiver turned to the inside. A little timing route. What's working in the favor of Catholic, of course, though, is they're stopping the clock on both of those incomplete passes. DeSales still rushing 3. We're probably going to try to slide an extra person in there on this particular play, but I take that back.
Spread offense again for the Knights. Allen with the ball, looking. He's got plenty of room ahead of him. He's going to make it to the marker. Hit at the first down marker by Derek Hollenkamp.
It looked as though they had Amos Griffith, our middle linebacker, spying on Allen. He was sitting right in the middle, kind of faded to his left because everybody else was in man-to-man coverage. Allen makes a nice run, and is all Amos could do to run him down. So but they get the first down and they stop the clock.
4:41 remaining in this contest. Allen once again from the shotgun, looking down the middle. Good penetration by the Colt defense. He just throws it up in the air for number 12. A little bit of handsy going on, but no call was made. The intended receiver, Tommy Knoop.
DeSales got an injured player, 40-yard line.
Look like we got somebody down. I don't know if that's it's Makai Lewis.
Looks like a cramp.
Well, you rush all night long. You can't catch him. It's his way to get a break.
Yeah.
Well, we had very good coverage there. In fact, we do have Amos Griffith, number 15. You'll see our middle linebacker. He's just spying on Allen, making sure that he's the only one that's not officially in coverage. Wherever Allen goes, he's just mirroring him. He'd made the rush. Catholic did a good job of picking him up, which made Allen, of course, what an athlete he is. He just moves a little bit to his right, makes a nice little soft pass. Fortunately for DeSales, it's a little bit too long.
Yeah, he runs when the opportunity's there, but I think he's much more comfortable, standing back in that pocket,
Sure.
Looking over the defense and finding his guys downfield.
Yeah, wouldn't we all like to be able to stand there and wait till somebody gets open and throw it to him?
Fortunately for this young man, he's got a lightning bolt on his right arm. Allen looking again, floats it up in the air for his favorite man.
The only way Schnurr's not going to catch the ball is if he throws it over his head.
Nathan Schnurr, the intended receiver.
And I'm not taking anything away from Schnurr, but there's a chance he could be a little bit fatigued. It's not like he's running 5-yard outs. He's running 10, 15, 20 yards every time.
And he's playing defense. 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. And this time the DeSales defense actually gets to the elusive Bo Allen.
That was good pass coverage. I'm surprised they haven't called a timeout because this is still 4-down territory. I mean, I know they're backed up, so not territory, but it's 4-down situation. They don't want to punt the ball back to us.
4th and 15. And now for Lexington Catholic from their own 35-yard line.
Well, Coach, you got 3 timeouts, and you had 4 minutes ago. You got sacked, so that just helped us.
Wow, that was
what
happened there? That was a well-thrown ball. A little curl route for Luke Powell.
Christmas Day in the morning, people. That'd have been a perfect. Doesn't matter now.
Yeah. Airing it out again for Schnurr. Push. Well, it looked like it was a push off that wasn't called.
Oh,
and
my
that's going to
goodness.
be a touchdown for Lexington Catholic.
Well, I guess if we can push, they can push, huh?
Yeah.
Because that clearly was 2 hands.
Might have got away with one there. But we'll take the 6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he extended that arm to get separation, but
Heady play by Snurr. Very good.
right, Trey Woody on for the point after. That makes it 31-24. This game has got interesting all of a sudden.
No way. Seriously? You think so?
Well, you know what's coming. One side kick.
Yeah. Already tried it once.
Left side. Beautiful pop-up.
I like it better when we got the ball and the clock's running as opposed to when they got the ball and they're throwing long passes.
Yeah.
Good.
He throws a really nice ball. And it just seems so effortless. He's not one of these guys that's like, dragging his knuckles on the ground to get, velocity on the ball. He's just.
That was as soft of a, what was that, 45, 47 yard? I forget how far he just threw it.
358 yards.
That last one was what?
For 40.
29 for 40 and 300, how many?
yards,
358 yards and 2 touchdowns for Bo Allen.
Well, he's got his average, and we know that Snurr is one of the reasons why he gets it, but not to take anything away from those other receivers. DeSales that time, respectable coverage. There's a little contact, but
looks like they might have their hands team up front.
Mm-hmm.
I see Hollenkamp, I see Meady. And Darren Hollenkamp corrals the ball, falls on it.
All right.
At the 46-yard line.
Well, we started here the last time and didn't get anything out of it. This is a good time for DeSales to. And we had an opportunity, of course. We should have had the first down on the last series here and kept the clock running. Now we're going to go back to what we've always been doing. We're going to run the ball.
Lexington Catholic with all their timeouts in this this half remaining. Looks like they have 3 remaining. Spot under center, one receiver to the near side. Handoff to Antion Johnson. Wow, he is just moving and moving and moving. Across the 50-yard line, it's going to come to rest at about the 47, maybe?
What looked like was going to be a 1-yard gain turns into, like you mentioned, 6, 7. He's still
There's
walking.
4 guys on him.
About a good 7-yard gain. We keep the clock running. I'd say Catholic will start using their timeouts. It looks as though they're going to wait till it gets below the 2-minute mark, unless we just jump out on a good first down here. But I'm a little nervous about using timeouts. I'd be using one now, give my team an opportunity to do something when I got the ball back.
Under Under center, another handoff to Antion, looking downfield, has the sideline. Ridden to the ground by Clay Callahan. Well, you know what you call that? You call that execution. When everybody on the field knows what you're going to do and you're still able to impose your will on your opponent, that is execution.
Good call. You're right. And Antion is, it looks as though he's just started the game. He's still fresh. And sometimes you get running backs, they're getting that mojo going, and they don't want to be brought down.
Under center, number 4.
All right, one receiver to the near side.
Again, I'm just surprised.
Under center is Fott, 2 men in the backfield. Looks like Hollenkamp and Savion. Savion has it, hits the hole in a hurry across the 25.
Good move by Savion. He stayed in bounds. He kept stretching.
Number 9 on the tackle. There's your timeout. Timeout, 1:46 to go.
And Catholic takes their first of 3 timeouts.
Well, this is the time to hang on to the ball, of course. They run Antion, and this time they give it to Savion. Savion's smart enough. He got around. Savion, he's as fast as they come on our team. And I know what, he got out there quick. That's going to put a little bit more pressure on the defense because he is fast. And so he'll get up on them even faster than Antion. He's not as strong, but by golly, he can get up and go.
Yeah, he seems like he gets from 0 to top speed in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
.358 yards passing. He's going to have to ice his arm after the game.
He probably does it all the time. He ice his arm up, have a therapist come and rub his shoulder down a little bit.
He probably hit his pitch count.
And Snur's going to need he's going to have to sit in a hot tub tonight too.
Yeah, he's going to need a full body massage. Second down and 3 to go for the Colts.
30.
Darren Hollenkamp across the 20-yard line. That's going to be a first down. He's a little bull.
Yeah, he's like Larry Zonka in the Miami Dolphins. You need 3 or 4, I'll get it for you. If they don't hit me, I'll get 5 or 6. Again, I'm surprised they didn't use a timeout.
We're going to take them back plus they use the next one. Okay, 18's under center, 7 and 30 in the backfield.
2 in the backfield for DeSales. Under center is Fott, one receiver to the near side. Hands off to Savion.
Quick.
He's met immediately by 3 Knights.
That's number 23.
Sam Vaughn in on the tackle for Lexington Catholic.
We'll use one now.
18-yard
There's no secret. I'm going to say we're a right-handed team. We've run right.
And then that one double reverse.
And then that was, to the left. And that was just to fake them out. All right, we got, I would believe we'll need 7 here. They'll call a timeout. We'll have the third down, run as much clock out as we can. There's a good chance if we don't get the first down, Catholic will get the ball back.
Yeah.
And I wonder what they'll do if they get it back.
Yeah.
The only difference between this 4th of July is the ball don't light up. They going airborne.
All right, Colts need 9 yards for a first down.
18 is
That'll take them to the 9-yard line.
30 and
Been under center pretty much this whole series. 2 men in the backfield, Stivers and Hollenkamp. Stivers has it, had a man shoot through the line. That was Jackson Klein.
Okay, Coach, I would have thought maybe that would be a good time for a bootleg or something different, but that was being
pretty conservative.
Pretty conservative and obviously pretty predictable. If nothing else, just let Aaron run the ball for, opposite side bootleg where everybody in the house knew that we were going right again. And we certainly did go right. Now we're going to run about, 25, 30 seconds off here. Third down. But we hope to run 20 seconds or better.
Right.
He turned it off. He was stressing over it. Yeah, the picture, somebody give him the wine, start the clock, and he said it's off.
Third down and 11 yards. The Colts need for a first down. Ball spotted on the 20-yard line. Colts ahead by a score of 31-24 over the visiting Lexington Catholic Knights. Lexington Catholic 4-1. The Colts are 4-0.
What I tell you.
Here's a bootleg left, and he has the whole world ahead of him. And that is Aaron Fott. Wow, Coach, you called it. You said
one of these days,
yeah,
I'm gonna get one right. Well, even the outside linebacker knew it was going to be a sweep right, or to the defense's left, but DeSales.
Yeah, he had all day in front of him.
89 is in for extra point.
57 seconds to go. 37-24 with 57 ticks remaining. Blake Givens on for the point after attempt. Snap, kicks down through the uprights. That'll make it 38-24. Bo Allen will get the ball back with probably 50 or so seconds remaining.
That's too much time. He's still got a chance to score. They may not rush anybody this time.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to play.
And we've done I was getting ready to say, we've done a pretty good job of keeping them in front of us most of the game, other, of course, than the 250 and 50-yard touchdown pass and the 47-yard touchdown pass. But, okay, that's only 3. That means we've kept them in front of us the other 17 times. He's completed 29 out of 40 passes.
Number 89 is going to kick the number 16 over there.
Lord.
Well, the ball
Look, number 1.
Ball fell off the tee.
Well, it goes without saying, just good coverage this time. I don't care where he kicks the ball, right, left, down the middle. Hopefully he's going to kick it away from directly to him, make him have to go move to get to the ball.
All right, ball's in the air.
Certainly did, didn't he?
Schnurr has it, over the shoulder catch at the 10-yard line. He's at the 30, and he's met by about 4 Colts. I think the first man to hit him was Zane Wilkerson.
Sophomore defensive back.
I was right. I said about 50 seconds.
We're 2 for 2 on the last calls.
I tell you, I get one every now and then.
It's going to go on, and number 11 is back to pass.
There's a change.
All right, receivers all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to the top of your screen. Allen has it, looking downfield, looking. Up in the air for number 16. Oh, and almost picked off. Got his hands on it. Zane Wilkerson. see, 10, 20, 30. That was 40 yards in the air.
Just so smooth. He can throw it on a rope, and he can just loft it right up there. That was an opportunity for his receiver to catch the ball, and that's all you want. Fortunately for DeSales, we had two guys side by side.
Is this a home and home thing, Tim? Do we have to go there?
No, we played there last year. Yeah.
All right, number 11.
All right, from the shotgun again, 11 has it. A little dump down to, I still can't see his number.
6.
Number 6.
53 on the tackle.
That is Luke Powell.
Luke Powell again. DeJuan Watkins, our nose tackle, chased him down. Stayed into play. We're not putting as much pressure up front. Well, with 3 guys, it's hard to do that. But
yeah.
And Allen just dumped it off the receiver,
Powell
coming underneath him.
Some good yards after the catch. Allen has it again, all kinds of time, over the middle and off the hands of number 18 was John Woodall, and if he would have caught that, he probably would have been, it might have been jarred loose because somebody was coming at him with bad intentions. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line for the Knights. 32 seconds remaining, 38-24 ball game. Coming to you live from Paul B. Cox Stadium.
Oh.
Allen looking. He has number 12.
And number 7 on the tackle.
That's not going to hurt.
Tommy Knopp.
Last time out.
Didn't take it.
They're done with their timeouts.
Yeah, they have no timeouts remaining.
He'll probably just ground the ball here real quick. We got to start the clock. Okay.
And he does ground it. You want to take their other 2 timeouts away? So that's going to stop the clock with 21 seconds remaining. Empty backfield for Allen from the shotgun. Has it looking downfield, airs this one out, a long throw in the end zone. Play is broken up. The intended receiver was Schnurr.
And Shane, you should catch this. You had a chance. I'm not saying he wasn't trying to, but
Nathan Schnurr.
that'd have been a nice little dream come true. Intercept a pass towards the end of the game against one of the number 1 quarterbacks in the state.
Yeah.
He'd be talking about that all next week.
Oh, a good rush by the Colts.
Nice. Unfortunately for them, they just didn't get the blocking they needed.
And that's going to do it.
Way to go, DeSales.
We're going to take a quick break and be right back. Terry, if he can get the stats, we're going to go over the final stats for the game. And we'll be back here in about 2 minutes. Final score from Paul B. Cox Stadium, the DeSales Colts 38, the Lexington Catholic Knights 24. We'll be right back. Wow. Tell you what,
hey, that's
I'm
a
just
good
going to
team.
sign off. We'll just come back, say hey to everybody, and thank our sponsors, and then we'll sign off because my laptop died.
I understand. Okay, here we go.
Tim Bryan, Terry Barney back with you at Paul B. Cox Stadium, and I've had a little technical issue. My laptop died. so I'm not able to play the final commercials and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and kind of wrap this thing up right here. Have some upcoming games for the Colts. We've talked about a little bit. They're going to play North Hardin on the road next week. They'll be back here at home against Christian Academy of Louisville, October the 5th. Folks, you'll want to mark that one on your calendar because I guarantee you that's going to be an exciting game. It's always a fun time when the Colts and the Centurions lock horns. Then we'll be back here again against Washington County on October the 12th. We'll be away at Shawnee on October the 19th, and then we'll finish out this season back here at Paul B. Cox Stadium against Southern High School on October the 26th. We need to thank our sponsors. If it wasn't for these sponsors, we wouldn't be able to bring you these broadcasts. Hoops, O'Shea's Public House, and Klein Aluminum. And I'd like to thank our halftime guest, Anastasia Quirk. It was very enjoyable speaking with her over the halftime. You can tell that she's very, very excited about DeSales High School and what DeSales has to offer and the direction that DeSales is moving toward right now. So it was very nice talking to her. Terry, you got you do have the stats. So
yeah, we got a little bit here we can share with them. Once again, Bo Allen, let's face it, the guys, like I said, we've been saying it more than once, one of the better quarterbacks in the state. He goes for 392 yards in the air. Said he was 32 for 46. DeSales did pick off 2 of them. I'm surprised the longest was only 45 because the second longest must have been 43, and the other one must have been 42 because he could throw the ball far. On the ground, though, fortunately for DeSales, we hold Lexington Catholic to 36 yards on the ground. On the other side of the field, DeSales gets 262 yards on the ground, and then Aaron fought with nice, respectable numbers, 148 yards. He was 11. We only throw 11 passes. He was 8 for 11, and for 148 yards, we got a total of 410 yards. They get 429, but obviously 400 of those, 393, were in the air. So kickoff returns, they were just pretty much even. We controlled the ball 28 minutes out of this game, 28 to their 19. Like we had mentioned earlier in the ball game, or as the game was beginning. DeSales is going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball, and when they get tired of running it, they're going to run it again. And every once in a while, they'll listen to me and run a bootleg. So
yeah, that was
a good time to run that.
Yeah, that was the right call at the right time. All right, Terry. Well, thanks again. I always appreciate doing these games with you. Are you up for the next one?
Can't wait.
All right, man.
Look forward to it.
I appreciate it. Well, signing off here from Paul B. Cox Stadium here at DeSales High School. Your final score, the DeSales Colts 38, Lexington Catholic Knights 24. Thank you so much for being with us. For Terry Barney, this is Tim Bryan. I'd like to thank my cameraman tonight, Brandon Bryan, and on production was my older brother, Greg Bryan. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed our broadcast, and we'll see you soon.